other podcasts in the last podcast. Some of the lists.
Yeah, no, I've got you. I had to
going back as far as like the whole NSA spying on games kind of stuff. And, like,
that was it.
Exactly. That's how long it's been since the podcast. And I can't help but feel almost like 10% of the reason is my fault.
100%.
At least maybe like 20. Push.
Hello and welcome to the Robot Punch podcast.
Like that.
Today I am Carl Lipscomb. Today I am Carl Lipscomb. Some of days I'm not.
Lovely.
I'm also joined by the disastrous Dom Giles.
Oh, good. I forgot about that. Hello.
And for the first time, the drum prodigy, just Jack Slade here.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good intro. Thank you.
Yeah. We haven't been on for quite a while since, as you just heard, it was all Dom's fault.
It's completely Carl's fault.
Dom's got a new job. Well done for him.
Yeah, it's only taken me 4 years to get employed.
I've had issues with just moving and extra hours at work over Christmas, and also Dom's son once selfishly decided to go to A&E. What a prick.
He did do that. That was pretty funny.
Just as we were going to record a podcast, he had to go off because he ran face first into a fucking
He face planted a wall.
Good effort. That is a pretty good
Don't
effort.
you think that's selfish?
Carl's the most caring godfather like ever.
The A&E was selfish. I would say that the wall was pretty good effort.
Oh yeah. I think he was trying to test whether his atoms would be in line with the wall and he could run through.
Going to A&E was just milking it a bit.
No, I think so.
Yeah.
It's just attention, really, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Well, children.
Well, anyway, Jack.
Yes.
That is your name.
It is my name, actually.
You have not been lying to me all this time.
No, I can prove it as well. I've got my ID. I mean, it's over there because my wallet's over there. I haven't just left it over there.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Which camera are we looking at, by the way? Is it that one or that?
Over there.
That good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my ID's over there.
Yeah.
So I can prove
Oh, no, sorry, we're on camera one, actually.
So that one.
Oh, we should totally set up more cameras. In time. Sorry.
We have.
Okay.
We've got 4 cameras.
We do.
Yes, what was I going to say? To explain to us, Jack, who you are, why are you here?
I don't know why I'm here.
Good.
For
That's
one.
a good start.
Who I am, what would you like to know? Carl.
However much. You are in a band.
I'm in a couple of bands.
You're in a couple of bands. You're a drummer.
I am a drummer. That's about it, really.
You wear glasses and you play video games.
That as well.
Yeah.
When I'm not hitting things to make noise,
You're hitting
I hit them buttons, yo. Yeah. Oh, you got it.
Yeah.
That's it. Beer.
You get beer in the keyboard.
So,
Left out.
your cider.
My cider. And it's the one that everyone hates. Apparently, I'm the only person under the sun that likes this dark fruit shit.
Dark fluid.
Dark fluid. That would be a better name.
Dark fluid.
I haven't
Sounds
met a single
horrible.
person that likes this, other than the person I nicked one off when I first had one.
I don't know about
Let's
that.
get down to
It
business.
sounds a bit disgusting, to be honest.
Now we were at
I can't drink Strongbow for the life of me.
Nope. See,
Strongbow fucks me up.
we were watching Face Grabber, and somebody had brought a box of these, and nobody was drinking them. So I was like, "Fuck it, I'll have one." And I quite like it. I think it's all right. It's nothing special, but
It tastes like the purple Starburst, which I don't like so much. The red ones are the better ones. If you have one that tastes like the red ones,
true.
Done.
That's kind of what it tastes like. So I drink it. So somebody's got to keep them in business.
Thank you for the live review of Strongbow there.
Anytime. Sorry, were you talking? I'm sorry, I didn't realise I thought you were finished.
Can you put a link, sort of like at the bottom of all my various projects that I'm involved in, just to sort of maybe
Promote.
I'm going to do all that
sort of
at the
here
end.
And
Do you want to say the names now?
yeah, Metallica, no, Orestia, and then I've got Protofield, which was formerly Jace Lewis. I mean, he's still Jace Lewis, that's his name, but the band is now Protofield.
And what about your YouTube as well?
I am Jack Slade.
That's the name. That he's not just saying who he is again.
No,
Yeah.
it's my name as well. I mean,
Don't
my name's
forget
I
to
am.
be
No, you see, you told me to move it away.
Yeah, but you're leaning
Middle
all
of
the
the
way
table.
back,
Right.
and then... Yeah, okay, you can have it off this side.
Is that too much?
No, that's
too close.
I think that's too close.
That's
yeah.
too close.
It might upset the. Yeah.
Right, okay.
Upsetting his wav.
Obviously, you haven't listened to any of our podcasts before.
That's a lie, actually.
Yeah?
Blasphemy.
Yeah,
You've listened to one,
I've listened to one.
and you didn't know who was in it.
Well, I know you were in it.
Yeah,
To be fair, that's more than most people we know have listened to. So.
yeah. So,
Well, you guys suck.
from just listening to one, you probably didn't know that we like to open our shows quite often with a sexual story.
I didn't know this.
No.
It wasn't
not
something
gonna-
we intended. It was just after like 3 or 4 weeks we realised that every week we'd started off with some peculiar sex-related thing.
I think what it was is that the one I saw, I thought the intro was a bit crap, and I just didn't listen to the rest. That's probably what it was.
Well, we
That's
all know
absolutely
fine.
Right, so I'm not going to ask for a sexual story of yourself unless you
100%.
really want to delve into one desperately. No?
What, I don't know what sex
Okay.
is.
No, okay. Right, before we've
Had
had...
a drummer in a rock band or two.
yeah, we've talked about dogging before.
Ah,
We've talked about, what have we talked
I
about?
felt sorry for porn makers.
Yeah, Don
I
felt sorry
bad
for the porn developers.
the porn
We've
industry.
talked about
porn
faking
developers.
the porn stars
The
and
people
the
that
people
put money and
recording
effort
it
into
and
making
just
porn.
stuff.
So,
The actual people who are putting the money into the recording of the porn itself.
okay.
People that make an effort,
Yeah.
because there's still people out there, like, I don't know if you've seen Boogie Nights.
I have not.
Okay. But like things like that, the people that, put the effort into porn, there's the backstory, it's not always, the fucking plumber and all that kind of stuff. People that put an effort in, that, then there's the amount of stuff that is an accidental misspelt Google search away, that's completely
Yes.
free, and anything you could ever dream of is a free accidental Google search away, and
Yes.
these people are putting time and money into this stuff. It's like, I feel bad because they're not getting anything back. Who buys porn in 2014?
No.
It's like Google, done.
Yeah.
That was my standing on it. I just felt bad for people that
I think
are
subscription
still trying.
sites are where they make it up.
I've never really thought about it this much. So this is new territory. for me.
Exactly. See, this is the way my mind works.
Another thing you might have not thought about before
What's this?
is we once did dinosaur erotica.
Oh, yeah, but we don't.
No, this rings a bell. Actually, I think. No, I have no idea. Actually, no.
we don't know.
It's a series of erotic novels,
Yes.
and they're all about women and different dinosaurs.
Is this
kind of-
legit or is it?
Oh
something
yeah,
that-
absolutely. Like you can buy physical books.
Right.
For example, Taken by the T-Rex,
Good.
or we had Paul and his sexy tones reading out a few lines.
Yeah,
It was
of a woman having being just before it seemed that she was about to be raped by a velociraptor. I think
I think it was, yeah.
Okay.
Cornered her under a waterfall, ripped her clothes off, and did terrible velociraptor things to
Yeah,
her.
started licking her and stuff.
Right.
And we made Paul read it.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
But yeah,
You just.
it's always hard to get off that. Last
Yeah.
time we got really hard.
It was most uncomfortable. It was like just like a 2 minutes of uncomfortable sitting
Yeah.
there crying because Paul was reading this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Okay. Well,
No, just
Yeah.
no go.
okay, sure. Well, I've got another story about erotica.
Okay.
for you.
Good.
It's obviously we all know the Oculus Rift here,
Yes.
and if you don't, it's just a virtual gaming headset. That's really good.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
How do you know it's good?
I've tried one.
We've tried one.
There you go. I have not. So
Both me and
there'll
Dom
be-
tried one.
good.
I will talk a little bit about it during this story.
I see where you're going with this now.
A new game has been made for the system. Developer Sinful Robot.
I can see where this is going.
Yeah, apparently they're made up of some like industry veterans over the time.
Right.
They have created the next step in erotica with their new game Wicked Paradise for the Oculus Rift.
Right.
The website invites you into a highly realistic virtual world where you seduce a beautiful lady, leading to having passionate, wild sex with her.
They should have just got a wicked game.
Oh, have you played that wicked game? Fucking yeah.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. I was thinking of Chris Isaac.
Oh, okay.
No, maybe not then.
Would you be interested in playing such a game?
No.
Oculus Rift,
Personally, no.
like straight
Well,
up in your face.
You'd have to combine it, much like because when we saw the Oculus Rift, there was somebody playing a. Did you ever see the Gadget Show?
The walking thing.
Yeah, no, not that. We saw one where we were at this expo where we tried the Oculus Rift. They did something similar on the Gadget Show a couple of years back when Battlefield 3 had just come out, and it's basically like the dome, the 360 dome with the walking floor.
Okay.
Well, this was the guy was using an Oculus Rift.
Yeah.
And
this guy basically he had it's a frictionless floor, and it's like in a
sort of domes,
cone.
kind of, yeah.
Like, it's cone all the way around, and he's got a harness around him, so he can walk anywhere without restriction. But the harness keeps him from like walking off the thing. And basically, so his body is tracked within the game. He was playing Team Fortress 2, so he had the Oculus Rift on. So you move your head.
That would have been crazy.
Yeah, you move your head around and you look, and then he had the control in his hand. Yeah. So you're basically saying to have some kind of thing like that, but for sex.
No. I've seen. This is going back a year or two, but you know, I'm quite happy to watch.
You're just going to have like a frictionless bed and you slide.
No, you think like. Not Eurotrash, what am I thinking?
That would be good.
Silk sheets.
Like
sheets even.
all these shows you get that are like Sexcetera or Girls 21st Century Guide, that kind of stuff. Yeah. On one of these shows, a year or two back, I saw this thing that you can get, and it works, obviously, both ways. For, if you have a lot of long-distance relationships.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You plug it into a computer, and when you're maybe Skyping each other, and you can stick it on or in yourselves, and then...
But that was just a vibration thing, wasn't it?
Well, no, the one I saw...
Apparently it simulates what the other person's doing on the other side.
And it's like the male one, for example, is self-lubricating to an extent, and make the motion...
It's basically a fleshlight that's connected to the internet.
Yes. You plug in your fleshlight to the computer. So, for example, if you're going to...
Because we all have one.
Yes.
I looked at buying a fleshlight. They're fucking expensive.
How much are they?
They were like hundreds, 200s.
Really?
Yeah. What I want, though, there's a clear one.
Sex.
Yeah.
So I want to be able to watch myself while having sex with this thing. And there's also, you can get a podium to have it in.
Or to celebrate afterwards. Or
to stand on. Yeah. No, you have it in the podium.
I win.
And you have sex with a podium. But also the podium, it doesn't look like it's anything sexual. No. So when you just have it in your room,
we just put a dress on it or something.
When your mum walks in,
or you can just have it as like a bedside cabinet or something like that.
Well, why not just put it on a bedside cabinet?
Because there's no specific hole for a fleshlight.
Yes.
Okay.
It's only a matter of time before they start designing them.
Yeah, exactly.
That's good.
Right, should we get back to actually this game?
What game? A Wicked game.
Wicked Paradise.
Sorry.
Yeah. Right, so, right. You remember when we played the Oculus Rift?
I do. It was very, what's the word?
Oculus.
Yes. No, I can never think of the word. I always default to discombobulating because I can't think of the correct word.
Yeah, this is what I'm looking for. This is the kind of answer I'm looking for.
Yeah, it was really...
kind of like made you feel a little bit nauseous.
Yeah. Well, the word starts with dis.
It's actually nauseated.
Disorientating.
I can never remember which...
Disorientating.
Nauseated and then nausea
is the...
It's very disorientating because...
It's a common misconception. It's fine.
I forget which way around.
So I forgive you.
So. The weird thing was, because obviously you've got the headset on, you've got the headphones on, you can see and hear absolutely nothing besides the game world. Anywhere you look, there's game. And when you turn your head, the sound moves with you. And of course, we were using it in a game, so you're walking around.
PC
you're sitting still in a chair, walking and moving, and as you look around, your vision moves, your sound moves.
Yeah.
So you're walking, and your legs are sitting there like, what the fuck is going on? Because the rest of your body is moving.
Okay.
And feels like you're moving.
Yeah.
You basically...
Whereas the bottom half of you is like, I'm not doing anything!
You get a similar feeling to motion sickness.
Yeah. It's really weird.
It's actually got a name. And this is what I want to go into. It's called simulation sickness. And it's basically where it's the same where your eyes see that you're moving, but your body knows that it's still. It's feeling still. So you get it when you're in a car because you think you're moving because you're seeing the car moving. You're seeing the outside world. But yet your body's still.
You mean
that's
when
why
you're
you
not
get motion
physically
sick.
as you're a passenger and...
Well, that's how you get motion sick, yeah.
Because it's the same as if you're driving and you stop, and sometimes in the corner of your vision you can still see
things
distortion. Yeah.
But yeah, you get simulation sickness. So you basically symptoms of that is say you are nauseated or nauseous or whatever you want to say.
Nauseated will be fine.
Yeah. You feel dizzy and you feel fatigue from doing it. Now,
depression.
Yeah, basically, kind of.
So basically,
you basically feel depressed from
Oculus Rift.
Yeah, and there's
Good.
an issue with this because if you're playing this game for long periods of time, and you're also getting simulation sickness from it, a psychologist, Elizabeth Blagrove.
We're on camera 2 now. Blagrave, I think. I think that's what that is.
Blagrave
Fud.
Oh, there's a Fud.
Blagrave.
Fud.
Yeah. Oh no, that's a PhD. So Blagrave PhD
diploma.
She says that if you play this game and you start to feel simulation sickness, this can do horrors for your love life. Have you ever heard of fuck? I can't remember what it's called.
Fuck that one I know.
Sorry for the noise while I'm doing this.
Well, there's a treatment
My arm got
for.
tired.
Sorry.
No, my arm got tired.
Oh,
So
okay.
carry on.
There's a treatment for alcoholics where they give you a medicine that makes you feel sick while you drink. Every time you drink, you use alcohol.
So was that sort of like a chemical reaction?
Yeah, to the alcohol. It's not just any time you actually drink.
Yeah.
Anytime you drink alcohol, you start to feel sick, and then there you start to get put off from drinking alcohol. It's vaguely similar to if, like most people have like a drink where you've got really drunk off one night and then you can never drink it again.
Yeah.
It's the same kind of thing. And basically, what they're worried that's going to happen is if people play this game and then get simulation sickness, they're going to get put off from being aroused because in your mind. It's a pretty like strong way to get rid of like being alcoholic, and there's other things.
Oh, you mean generally being aroused, not from the game?
No, generally being aroused, just normally.
It's going to ruin your boner.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're constantly in your mind you associate being aroused with feeling sick, and it's going to make you not want to do it.
I understand.
Yeah, fucking mental.
Well, as long as they do the tentacle expansion pack, I'll be fine.
With you could have the vibrating chair, like the massaging chair.
I went to Bushwater a few weeks back, and you got those massage chairs.
Yeah,
Awful.
Oh,
It hurt me. I had a bad back at the time. I thought, great, girlfriend's going shopping.
This'll fix it.
Yeah.
well, your dad used to have a massaging chair.
We still do. I don't know where it went.
We used to hog it when we were watching wrestling.
Well, yeah, everyone come around for sleepover. Everyone used to come to my house back in the day.
Which was a Wednesday.
Back when we were kids. Oh, we would come around. They would come around to watch like the pay-per-views, like WrestleManias and things like that.
So not a Wednesday.
Not a Wednesday. A Sunday night. Sunday night. They'd all come around. There was 5, 6, maybe even 7 of us. Sometimes.
Yeah, it was fucking.
All of the Hornets and extras.
Yeah.
And yeah. The fight would always be, so I had several sofas and chairs and things, and then the floor.
I understand.
But everyone would always fight over who got the vibratory chair, because not only did it do all the vibratory shit, but then it lay down and stretched out and stuff, so you got full
Do you remember one time that Noah got in a fight? Noah and Joe, who will hopefully be on next week's one, Jay Thompson, they got in a fight. I can't remember why, but I think it was a Royal Rumble or something. And it was after it had finished.
And yeah, I think
I can't remember what the argument was about, but
something stupid, probably.
Yeah, it was something really, really meaningless, and I don't know, someone was just winding someone up, and then they got in this big fight, and then there was.
You guys always used to get in a lot of fights, a lot.
Yeah.
Like all the time.
I used to get in fights with people a lot with
alcohol,
our friends.
Mostly.
Nice.
Joe never really got in that many fights with.
Some
it
of
was
my
mostly me and other people.
Some of my fondest memories. I have one distinct memory from when we were like 15, 16. Pre-child.
I had.
Right? Well, yeah, I think we're like 15 and we're out on the beach.
I don't have any memories since then.
Out on the beach at just by Rock'n'Aw, winding up with him and Noah having one of their drunken scraps, which was more or less a daily thing. And because I'd been having a conversation, I think, with Carl at the time, and then they started arguing and started this fight. I got involved.
Who was talking first?
Probably.
Nice.
I got involved. I just distinctly remember having this image in my head of I had Noah. I was on my back. I wound up in this position where I was on my back with Noah on top of me, and I had my legs round him, squeezing him to stop him moving, and then I had Carl behind me in a headlock, who I was lying on, to stop the two of them, and they were basically just kind of out of arm's reach of one another.
Maybe they should make an Oculus Rift game about that.
Yeah, that'd be great. Stop drunk friend fight,
Yeah.
But that's one of my fondest memories of this lot being drunk, was me trying to stop the two of them killing each other with my entire body. It's great fun.
I tell you, actually, what I just remembered is I saw someone posted me to the other day that they've just released a commercial fucking thing. Motion tracker suit. What they called?
Oh,
the
the tracker suit.
Yeah, what's the actual procedure called? Wait, for putting it in games.
Well, like the fuck yeah, I know.
Oh,
Just the
No, I'm
CGI
doing
suit thing, yeah.
for
shit. no.
Whoa!
That's where all the electrical explodey stuff is.
It's okay, I'll divert the attention.
Cole has not just thrown his beer all over.
I've done nothing to divert any attention. I didn't even say anything.
What is the suit called?
I don't know, but I know
The one with the balls on.
Yeah,
we don't know what you
it's
mean.
called.
yeah, but there's a commercial version of one of
Are
those.
you going to clean it up?
Yeah, I'm going to. I'm just finishing my
No, that's
story
fine.
to
Okay.
move it on so you
okay.
could talk about something.
Okay.
Yeah, they've done a commercial one of those, so maybe you could get that for the Oculus Rift, and then you could also have that for the sex game.
Yes.
So you could be wearing the suit and be like on your
And
bed.
it will simulate your actual... Well, you have some weird, like, thought processes. You're as bad as me.
Yeah, see, I've never thought this too deep into things.
That kind of thing, yeah. But what are you... Oh, I see. Discreetly off camera trying to...
Oh yeah, that was so out of shot. That was amazing.
Well, subtle.
Carry on.
Which of them are... Why the fuck don't any of you guys watch wrestling with me anymore? I have no one to watch it with. Literally no one to watch it with me.
Jack watches wrestling, don't you?
Royal Rumble's next Sunday.
You're damn right it is. And I'm going to win.
Jack's got Chris Jericho's phone number.
It's not the point, but he's
That
not
sounds
there.
like it. I mean,
Chris Jericho
there's a
isn't...
reason. It's not like I was just like, yeah.
Jack's
not
that
in at the
into
moment.
wrestling that
He
he's
texted me last night.
Oh, did he?
He's not in at the moment because he's too busy making his amazing YouTube show that you
See,
have to
that's what
watch.
You need
It's
to.
a podcast.
Have you watched? No,
We
not
need to-
the. But I'm Chris.
the I am. Yeah.
But I'm Chris. Have you seen that, Carl?
I heard about it. I was going to watch
Watch it,
and
it's
then I
fucking
forgot. I heard it was really good, but I just keep forgetting to watch it.
Jericho's doing good, man.
He seems like one of those people that are like just genuinely a decent guy, and I'd love to like.
You need
He's a good guy, yeah.
You need to get him on here for us.
Oh yeah, I'll do that. Yeah.
Hey Chris, yeah, listen, these mates of mine, yeah, they got this really successful podcast. If you wouldn't mind,
No, we don't talk that often.
Chris, if you see this,
just come.
I'll text you.
You'll get us like our Twitters at the end. You can, we'll sort something out. We'll speak later.
Yeah,
But,
just tweet it to him later.
I'll be like, hey Chris, when you're not doing your podcast that apparently is now number 1 in the world,
Damn right it is.
come on this one.
Come on, this one that has like 5 listeners.
Then we'll be number 2 in the world. Everyone will go nuts for it. Be a thing.
Yeah.
But no, I have nobody.
You can listen to. He did the Nerdist podcast a while ago, and it was a really good podcast. That's when he talked about the YouTube thing that's just starting then. And yeah, he sounds like a fucking awesome guy. Obviously,
No, he's a
Met
good
him
guy.
and stuff.
He's a very good guy.
But I've had nobody. The last person that watched wrestling with me was Sarah, and that was WrestleMania 27 when The Rock had his first match with Cena. Because she's a big The Rock fan. She's going to leave me for The Rock. Yeah. One of these days, The Rock's going to turn up on her doorstep and propose, and they're going to run away together. But until then, she's turned up with me. It's going to be The Rock or Vin Diesel, but one or other of them is
I'm driving late. I thank you, though.
just one.
Thank you, though.
But yeah,
That's why
that
I'm
was
Coke as well.
that's I mean 30s this year, so that was like at least 3-4 years ago now, and that's the last time anybody's watched wrestling with me, and I'm still watching it like some sad pathetic EastEnders fan.
yeah, I might watch. I might.
It's all right at the moment. There's some.
I've never stopped watching it. It's just one of those things that you're either into or you're not.
Well,
The main reason I don't watch it is because I don't really watch anything,
well, yeah,
and that it's so long. Each one was like 2 hours long.
3 hours now.
3 hours.
3
Raw-
hours.
Raw
Yeah,
is now 3
I don't
hours.
even watch film.
WrestleMania's 4 hours.
I don't even
Yes, it is.
watch The Walking Dead or Breaking Bad or Game of Thrones or anything because they're an hour long.
Just before for Breaking Bad, I'm only on season 2. so-
Also on
So
season
none
2.
of us know.
Okay, good. Let's not
Yeah.
do any spoilers.
Yeah, no,
We
I
can't really
just
spoil if we're in the
We
same.
don't even know.
Yeah.
yeah, I just I can't get into watching things that are that long.
I'm normally the same. Breaking Bad is the only one that has done that for me. I love it. I think it's phenomenal. And probably because it's the only one that's actually kept my attention and been
Yeah.
like, I have
Well,
to watch
yeah,
this
I
show.
was
The only
always
one. The Walking Dead I've tried. I prefer the comics.
Dexter always got me.
Still haven't finished that.
Yeah, and then I still haven't finished it, like because it's only like recently that I just can't be bothered to sit down and watch something that
Yeah.
long. So yeah, I got to episode 3 of the latest series of Dexter and I stopped, and now I kind of just don't want to watch it again because like I hear obviously the ending's bad, and to me it's just not ended.
That was the
So
funny thing
it's-
with
it's
like
good.
the funny thing with Breaking Bad. It seemed to be like because the two shows I've always thought are sort of similar. They both got, like basically a negative role model as the main character. Like Dexter, he's a serial killer, but you love him. Breaking Bad, he's fucking meth king, but you love him. Yeah. And they're very similar shows. They both have that intense, you get to end an episode, you're like, fuck, I have to watch the next one kind of thing about them.
And that's the thing. And that's why Breaking Bad I go back to, because it genuinely does make me go, shit, I've got to watch the next one. And nothing does that. To be honest, not even wrestling does that at the moment to me. Not since, the whole Attitude Era, which is...
Yeah, well, that's quite a while back.
Exactly.
But, that seemed to be, that made me laugh was that, like, when... Obviously, I avoided spoilers like the plague, which is hard with some of the people I'm friends with on Facebook. But so far, I haven't had it spoiled for me yet. But from what I understood, when the final episode of Dexter aired, it was the most disappointing ending to a series in the history of ever, and everyone was really pissed off. And
in the history of ever?
In the history of ever, everyone was just like, oh, fuck you, Dexter writers, how dare you.
It was more disappointing than when
Carl in bed. And following week...
That's true. That is quite disappointing, actually.
Right?
Yeah, it is.
But that happened, and everyone was just fucking furious. And then exactly a week later, Breaking Bad ended, and everyone lost their minds that it was the best ending to the best show in the history of ever. Everyone was just like...
I think that the Dexter thing wouldn't have been as bad if it wasn't that Breaking Bad finished the next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of it, people were like, a little disappointed and stuff, but then... and I think that it had been bad for a few episodes as well, where Breaking Bad had been getting better.
Dexter probably could have ended after maybe season 5.
What season were we on? 7? 8?
The final series is 8.
Okay.
The fourth series, no spoilers, but the fourth series is the Trinity Killer.
Yeah.
That was the best series. And maybe the following series was alright. That was the one with...
No, 6. Wait. 7 was good.
I haven't started 7. I'm finishing 6.
I know. 7. There was a really good villain in it, but he wasn't in the entire series because he had other filming commitments.
Fair enough.
Which ruined it. And also, Yvonne Strahovski's in it, and she's naked as well.
I don't even like blondes, but Yvonne Strahovski is like an exception. I've never been a blonde.
Oh, yeah.
I've never been a blondes kind of guy. But George Chuck.
Do you
play Mass Effect?
Yeah.
Mass Effect 2.
Yeah.
Miranda.
Oh.
She's the actor for Miranda.
Oh,
they based her look on her.
Okay. Like she looks
exactly like her, but blonde.
Watch Chuck because that's a phenomenal show.
Yeah.
Again,
I still never finished Chuck.
Chuck, the last series.
I think I got to the second to last series.
Yeah, no.
I think I finished that.
The best series of Chuck was the second series. The third series was good. The fourth series was alright. The fifth series was kind of rushed and unnecessary more than anything.
Yeah.
It was half as long as the other middle 3 series. And they just kind of, in each episode, they rushedly tied up some not really loose strings.
Yeah.
And then ended it in a kind of weird, unnecessary kind of like...
Fuck those strings, man.
Exactly. Well, there were things that didn't need, you weren't wondering, characters that have been beaten in Series 2, that he'd, put away in Series 2, they popped up again in an episode, and by the end of the episode, he'd beaten them, and that was them out the picture again, and that was basically every episode of the last series. And it was just why? You didn't need to do that. You could have just ended on 4, or at least come up with some kind of good story for 5.
I heard the last episode was really heartbreaking.
Again, that was the only thing, nothing really dramatic happens. They don't really kill off any characters. Which is, again, something I expected.
Alright.
I'm saying it now. Yeah. But
we know it's recording.
No, I wondered if I pulled the cable out when I pulled it out.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Which, to be honest, I did that a while back now. So, it could have potentially been a long time.
We've done an entire podcast with one of the microphones off.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
I didn't realise mine was on mute. So, no, it was alright. It was after the break. And you were like, is your thing even working? I was like, I don't know. And I looked down and I was like, shit, mute's on.
Good.
That's why I always have the desk next to me.
Because that was the one time he trusted me with it, and that's what happened. It's not so good. But yeah, no, watch Chuck. I highly recommend Chuck. It's a brilliant show. Yeah, Zachary Levi is a fucking lucky son of a bitch.
It's just...
Stop muting me!
Like I say, the whole... Is that a burn mark?
Probably.
Cool.
Focus, boy!
I forgot what I was going to say. Let's move on.
Right, I've been watching other shows as well myself. I really got into saying that I don't like long shows. Really got into Luther, which is a British show.
Washing in the shower. Yeah.
What?
Luther. That's what you. It's a shit joke.
Shut up.
Carry on.
Yeah, that BBC show, with Idris Elba in it.
Mm.
He's really good.
Yeah,
I really enjoy that. That's kind of Dexter-ish, but not quite. Like when I first ever had Breaking Bad like pitched to me, because obviously I'm the one who developed the show.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was told I must have also been told about Luther at the same time. Because for like the first year or something after I knew about Breaking Bad and hadn't watched it, I thought it was about a black cop.
Careful what you say then. I understand.
Yeah.
You know.
And
I prefer
I was really
ethnically
confused.
challenged.
That was really racist.
Are we, is this a racist podcast I've come on
No,
now?
I'm a racist podcast. No,
You're a racist podcast.
I take it back.
I've been abused over Twitter for things like nobody listens to the podcast, and I've still had abuse for things I've said.
Nice.
Yeah, out of
I
zero
don't mean it, I
listeners,
promise.
he still gets abuse.
Yeah.
He's got abuse for saying Android phones are crap.
No. What I didn't say Android phones were crap. There. What I said was Android is the poor man's
Yeah,
iPhone.
I'm so lazy and I won't do shit.
It's true. No, I said on one of them that Android was the poor man's iPhone. And I also made a joke that pissed Rory off, was that we were talking about the Wii U not selling. And Carl said that...
sold.
Exactly. But he said that statistic-wise, like, it sold worse than anywhere else. It sold worse in the worst. In
the
Asda.
world?
I was like, yeah, that's because the kind of people that shop in Asda probably can't afford a Wii U. And again, I got abused for that.
Okay.
I'm just genuine. I'm you know.
But that's the truth as well.
Please.
Asda is one of the cheaper shops. It's just, that's
It's
why
not
people
like
go
he's saying people who shopped at Lidl.
Well, yeah. Let's not even start on little people, but
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with Lidl.
I enjoy a good troll. The fact that people like being offended. No, it just died upstairs.
I'm just impressed that
Did you hear about, was it Lidl or Aldi? Somewhere in
Aldiddle.
Scandinavia, instead of bananas, they got about a couple of £1 million worth of cocaine. So the drug dealers or the people that distribute it screwed up, and instead of sending bananas to Lidl, they actually sent the cocaine instead. So then the people that were meant to get the cocaine must have got the bananas.
The fuck is this?
And it's something stupid like £2 million worth of cocaine or something.
I
like that.
love it.
Oh my god, that's fucking nuts.
Yeah,
It's glorious.
it's
That's
just-
fucking bananas.
But yeah, no,
And that's right on my podcast.
Thanks for having me, guys. It's been good coming on today.
I'm all for. I'm personally. I'm all for. IRL trolling because
okay.
Huh?
Yeah, okay.
No, I just
You want to go back to doing that again, do you?
just fidgeting.
Yeah, okay.
I
I just want to make sure. No, carry on.
No.
No, I just want to make sure. No, what?
This is our first podcast back in the ages.
I know, right?
Don't say that.
It is.
What?
And it's all your
Let's say
fault.
what?
Don't say I know right.
I know, right?
Right. Hashtag I know, right?
Wait, is that really loud because my...
Yeah.
Right. let's put it
Hashtag
away
just
then.
saying.
Right,
I had
okay,
that.
so
But-
what was the story you were going to say?
Is that better? That's better.
Yeah, that's better.
I don't know. Who are you? Where am I? Where's my mummy?
I've also been watching Arrow
Right.
as well. That's
I
fucking
see.
awesome.
I've been interested in that. I haven't got around to seeing that yet.
That's the one about
Green Arrow.
Green Arrow,
Mm.
who they didn't get played by this guy that had played the Green Arrow in the superhero show Smallville. Had the Green Arrow in it for like 8 seasons, and they had a different guy play him, even though it's made by the same people.
I don't know.
I don't
didn't
understand
know he was in it.
what the problem with
Oh
that
yeah,
is.
they did have him in it. Yeah, no, but this is really cool. Apart from the guy, it feels a little bit Dexterish.
He's weird looking,
What do you mean he's weird looking?
like physically.
no,
He just
he's
does that.
not.
He just does that like exercise. No, what am I? Yeah, he is that.
Yeah, he does a lot of
He does a lot of
exercise in the
exercise
show.
He's just
It's
really
CW
weird.
Network. He's topless constantly.
I know he's top, but he's a
Because
really,
I'm gay, alright?
physically, he's a really weird shape. Like he's triangular. Like he's jacked beyond like comprehension. But in such a fucking. It's true, but he's such a fucking weird shape for a guy. Like he's proper triangular.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I just wanted to look away.
No,
From a distance.
no, it's awesome. It's an awesome show. I've just got into season 2 and been fucking loving the thing constantly. There's like they do the modern day, which is him like trying to save the city, being a hero, whatever. He's kind of like an anti-hero for the first season. He's like killing people because obviously that's what you do with arrows. Like you kill people with them. So
Yeah.
he kills quite a few people in
Well,
the
that's what
first
that's what I
series.
do with arrows. I don't know. You know.
And then over
you can do.
the second series, he tries to change his like ways to be a bit better and be more heroic and stuff. There's reasons why, but I don't want to spoil the reasons
I
why.
understand.
But constantly while this is going on, there's always the character Oliver Queen. He's a rich guy, come from a rich family and everything. And during the first before the series starts as he comes back, but he's been away for 5 years on a tropical island that he just got shipwrecked on.
Right.
And you find shit out about this island, but it's fucked up. It's a fucked up place. It's got like terrorists on it and stuff. It's like an uncharted island that the Chinese once used as a prison island. Kind of thing. But there's not any like prisoners on it, but it carries on from that. And constantly throughout the show, there's always flashbacks to how he became who he is now. And have you played Far Cry 3?
Not enough, but yeah, okay.
Basically, the flashbacks are Far Cry 3.
All right, okay.
It's some rich kid gets on an island, and then somehow becomes fucking nuts, becomes amazing, and uses a bow a lot.
Good.
Yeah, and it's really good. I really enjoy it. I love Far Cry 3, but it's I love Arrow. It's so good. I've been watching it, and I've like proper got into it now.
So the thing that I've been doing for a superhero Archer type is reading the new Hawkeye comics.
Yeah,
on that for action. They're incredible because it's all down. It's all to when it's sort of Hawkeye in his downtime. And
yes, I've heard about some of these. Yeah, really good.
It's it's the only one that I'm actually like properly collecting. I've got all first prints of every issue now. It's awesome. I don't do that with anything else.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I started. I'm wanting to get into Green Arrow now from watching this. Also, I just fucking love bow and arrows in a way. I've been wanting to learn. Like, I went on holiday last year, like early last year, and I did just like a random archery thing that was on like the hotel thing. They was like, "Oh, I'll do a competition between these other weird old white people."
You said that as if you're not white.
Oh man, all this
no, I say that because there was one black couple there, and the guy stereotypically walked up to it with a basketball in his arm. No joke. And
just said damn it.
And he did it for a few minutes. It was quite.
Was it Ron Simmons?
It was Ron Simmons. It was a few like turns of it, and after the first one, he like fucked up, and he just like started to walk away. He was so fucking stereotypical about him. And then not that I like black people.
He has a black friend.
I have a black friend.
I do have that one black friend.
I have one black friend that I don't talk to.
That's not true. You're a massive racist and everybody knows it.
Yep. But he was really stereotypical. He came back because he got called back and then fucked up again.
Because he got called black.
Back.
Got it.
They called him back because it was his turn, and he fucked it up and walked off again. But I really enjoyed the archery when I was there, so I've been like really wanting to do it since, and I found a place nearby, and I was meant to get it as a birthday gift for my brother last year, and
where is it, Chris?
He never got it for me, and then he was meant to get it for my Christmas present, and he never got it.
Where is it, Chris?
So I live a horrifying life because my brother won't get me this.
You got a hammer over there. Why don't you use that as a sort of?
Hey, Chris, fucking
probably have a lot worse like things that I could use than a hammer.
That's a claw hammer.
Hey, look, sorted. You're gonna get your present one way or another.
Why have I got a pen?
I don't know. Because you can.
Oh, why not?
Alright, cool.
It's the closest thing to stick in him.
Yeah. Fuck you, Chris Lipscomb, and your podcast. The Sixth Axis.
No, it's not. TSA now.
I didn't realise my hand was so close to your face in the shot. I'm sorry. But if I pull it closer, it makes my voice really loud.
Yeah. It's fine. You can do. As long as you're not covering my face, my beautiful, beautiful face.
I'll do this.
Just lean out.
Well, I can't lean back anymore. I'm on the back of the chair already.
Lean back.
So anyway, what's happened since we've been gone?
When were you gone?
We were gone
like
from
October.
the week before or 2 weeks. I think it was a week before.
It was a week before
the Xbox One came out.
I see.
The Expo Zone.
Yeah, and
Boyzone.
I
The
picked
Xbox
one
Zone.
up. Dom didn't pick one up
Because I don't have that
but
kind
Jack
of money.
did pick one up.
I did. Yeah, I did.
So there's two of us here, which is also a slight reason why he might be on the podcast, as well as the fact that he's from.
It's not because he likes you or anything. It's because you have
No.
one, then he can talk to you
And
about
that
it.
he's from royalty, musical royalty.
That's true.
Am I?
Are you?
I don't know.
I don't know.
What do you mean by that?
I don't know.
Musical royalty.
Just saying, your father.
Okay.
He slept with Ozzy Osbourne once. That's just, you know.
Yeah, Dad. I know.
I know about you and Aussie Dad.
Yeah.
Chris.
So many Chris's on this podcast already.
Yeah.
Your name dropped.
All right, calm down.
Well, your brother.
Yeah.
That's about it.
And I didn't even see him when he was on the podcast.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you weren't here for my
I
birthday.
wasn't here for your
This is going really well.
So we can edit.
We can't edit his video.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's fine.
He never edits the video. He just leaves it as one long 2-hour waffle.
Good.
Yeah. So we've had the Xbox One.
Yeah.
What games do you have for your Xbox One?
I started out with Forza 5 and Battlefield 4, and it is Forza 5, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Battlefield 4 and NBA 2K14. Those were my first games. Since then, I don't have Forza or NBA. I just didn't play them.
Okay. I really wanted Forza. I still really want Forza.
Forza looks, it's very, very pretty. It's
I
a very
heard
pretty
that
game.
the driver tars are shit.
I didn't play it enough to properly
Okay.
sort of give it a shot. Mine was fully synced with everyone else's. But no, I didn't really use it enough to know if I was using it, it was online, so it wasn't really driver tars, it was actual fellow racers. And
Okay.
FIFA.
And FIFA, yeah, everyone has FIFA.
Everyone's got FIFA.
I got Dead Rising and Battlefield and FIFA. I've only got 3 games. Oh no, I got Assassin's Creed now as well, which is really good.
I thought you got Reese.
I haven't got Reese. I'm going to borrow
shit.
Rise off of
Just click the computer.
Jay Thompson.
It's
It's
fine.
fine.
You'll walk it off.
But yeah, we tried to play Battlefield 4 once together.
That was when it was still very, very broken.
Yes,
and it's still quite
I
broken.
haven't had the internet for about a month.
This could be another reason.
So I haven't seen anything since. I haven't tried to get in a party since.
Parties are now pretty much working.
Are they? Ooh, really?
Pretty much.
Well,
When we tried to do it,
I've been quite antisocial recently, so I'm not too sure.
yeah.
But the last time I tried it, it was fine.
Okay, I have heard that I just haven't heard anything that it's got better. It might have got better. I just haven't heard that it's got better.
Yeah, there was a patch not that long ago now.
I don't think I downloaded a patch when I turned my Xbox on after a month.
Well, when was this?
A month.
Well, when was it? Was just a month ago?
Yeah, from
Just
about
a month.
like 5 days ago. Sorry. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But did you have yours in the? I thought you didn't have internet. How can you download a patch without internet?
That's what I'm saying. I haven't. When I turned
yeah,
it back
so
on
if
with the internet, I didn't get a patch.
Right. What? Yeah. Okay. Well, when did you get the internet back?
5 days ago.
Oh, I see. But did you have your phone's ringing?
It's for me. Don't worry, I got it.
Oh wait,
It's cool.
Sean.
Sean?
Hello, Sean. You're on the Robot Punch podcast.
With your warm, sullen tones.
You are, yeah.
Your deep, sexy voice.
Wait, one sec. Oh,
Look, you've broken it now. Well, fucking...
You hung up.
This is how professional we're not.
Hello, Sean. I can.
And so can all our listeners.
Sorry?
Have you got me on speakerphone?
I have, yes.
I knew it.
Hello, Sean from Things We Play.
Where's my Back to the Future trilogy?
It's in my bedroom.
Okay. Just as long as I know where it is.
Yeah, yeah, maybe this is a private conversation for later then. Yeah, I just... I found it the other day, so yeah, you can have it back.
Okay, excellent.
Okay.
It's just I'm at Noah's old place, and there's a copy of Back to the Future and a box set. And I was wondering if it was mine, but then that doesn't make sense because she never lives here.
This is Shawn
Yeah.
Michaels. For
No.
the listening fans.
It's not, it's at mine, yeah.
Okay, well, good. I'll let you get back to your podcast.
Okay, cool. I'll see you later, Sean from Things We Play.
Take it easy, Carlos.
See you later, mate. Bye.
Have you
So professional.
you know the Nine Inch Nails album Pretty Hate Machine?
Yeah.
So that was Sean's from Things We Play.
I've just seen a picture posted of Nine Inch Nails' Pretty Hat Machine. It's a picture of Trent wearing a terrible hat.
Oh, that's a nice hat.
That is a nice hat.
Anyway, should we get back to the podcast?
Is that what we were doing? Yeah.
Yes,
I'm really hungry.
because this is going really, really well so far.
It's going about as well as they ever go, to be honest. It's about as on track as it ever is.
I got Dead Rising.
I also have it, but it's still sealed. I haven't actually opened it or played it yet.
It's phenomenal.
It's phenomenal.
It's phenomenal.
Oh, here we go.
Phenomenal.
Talking about podcasts, talking about Jericho. Apparently, his is back to number 1.
All right,
Yeah,
calm down, Jesus.
So
We don't even have a rating, I don't think.
well, no, we've been knocked for number 1. I say we. It's not like it's mine, is it?
People have to listen to it to get a rating.
Yeah.
Besides us, because we can't rate it ourselves.
Yeah, I mean,
You're
like,
not.
Apparently not.
yeah, you can.
Well, you can't. Like the accountant can't.
Oh, I
Yeah,
can't.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say,
Yeah.
I can't. You can. You go on.
True, but mine's in my name, so if I start rating my own podcast, people will be like, yeah, fuck you.
Yeah.
This is the best podcast ever. You should all listen to it.
I think you should. It'd be funny.
Maybe I will. I'll even do it in a strong bad voice.
Yeah. So Dead Rising is awesome. Fucking, there's so many zombies. It's like fucking wow, man. Oh my gosh, there's so many zombies. When you play it, you're like, wow, I have weapons and there's so many zombies. And then you kill these zombies with these weapons and you're like, oh my gosh, wow, there's so many zombies and I'm killing them with these weapons. And then you make a combo weapon and it's like, oh my gosh, this is a weapon that's made out of 2 other weapons. And you're like, oh my gosh, wow.
Sounds a lot like those Dead Rising games.
Wow, oh my
Is it
gosh.
true there's no loading screen? Have you come across a loading screen?
When I turn it on?
Besides the very first one? When
You're
you're playing the
making me
game,
think. I don't think I have, no. Yes,
there is a... So
to cutscenes.
it has to load the...
It loads the cutscenes, and but I think that's it.
so I guess that's when it
and
loads the...
And it's pretty instantaneous, though. It's
cool.
it's pretty quick loading the cutscenes. It's not like it takes ages. It's not
so I'm
like
just going to look at my copy. I haven't actually...
yeah. It's not like you can be like, oh, I see you're loading a cutscene, and then you're loading the next bit, because like the whole place is. There's no loading screens between buildings or anything like that at all, and you can it's
That's
completely open, like throughout this whole city. So yeah, it's what you kind of expect from next gen, really. Yeah, I never was like fucking
Next gen!
I was never like
I expect TV.
I was never blown away from the fact that it didn't seem to load. The fact that I didn't even realise that it wasn't not loading.
Yeah, it's actually not really a very big factor when you think about it.
Yeah,
Most other games load at some point anyway.
Yeah, and it's obviously loading during it, but you're surprised at the amount of fucking zombies that are there.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Well, there was that challenge, those dynamic achievement things that you could
Yeah,
do.
yeah,
10,000
yeah.
zombies in the first week or whatever, or 20 months
Yeah,
of launch or something like that.
Yeah, 10,000. I've definitely easily got over that. I'm on 40,000 killed so far.
It must have been in the first month. Yeah, I think the dynamic achievements are pretty cool. Because I don't think it adds to your gamer score so much, or if it does, I don't know.
No, it doesn't. Which it kind of annoys me because you don't really get much from completing them. You say, I don't
do
really
get
know
stuff
because I haven't
in-game.
been online. But
you do get
yeah,
stuff
you get
in-game.
some in-game stuff, or you get like I think you get like an avatar item, something like
Yeah.
that maybe as well. Which avatars pretty much don't exist anymore.
Oh, they're not.
No, not at the
Yeah,
moment.
they're
anyway.
not featured anywhere apart from
I mean,
if-
if you can,
if
can't
you want it as
use
your
yours as a
picture.
game, yeah.
You can
And
use
that's
it
it.
as your game picture, but there's
So
no like
all
you
that-
don't go to your friends and they're not there with their avatars.
All that time and effort and actual real life money that people spent on making their avatar look amazing
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the 360.
And now they're just not there.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Super.
Which yeah, I've gone against. I was never a big fan of the avatars. I used them, and I
Jimmy is.
occasionally would pay for an item only if I really wanted it.
I have a Stegosaurus. I didn't want that.
Yeah,
The
I
only
hate
thing
them.
I spend, I don't tend to spend money much on Marketplace or anything. I bought a CM Punk shirt for my avatar. That's what I did.
I got a Deadpool outfit for my avatar.
That would be good.
That's one of the only things that I ever bought. But yeah, I just don't care about that. It's the fact that it's gone. I like they have these new Game of Pictures. They brought back Game of Pictures, a big thing.
They
again.
are very good gamer pictures.
And yeah, they're really
Really
nice.
good
They're
quality.
really nice art pieces. when you have your profile, when you go to someone's profile, there's this big picture.
Yeah.
On the left, it has a big picture, and it like has their stuff underneath it. And then you scroll right, and it has like more information about them.
Have they tried to resurrect the rating system?
They have. They kept going on about it. Kept going.
I knew they'd fucking do that.
They kept going. Oh, now you can rate your people, even though you always could. I don't actually know how to do it.
What do you mean about rating? As in,
well, like you could do on the 360. It was one of the things they brought in. There was the rating. There was the prefer this player, avoid this player, and you could give them like a 5-star rating.
Yeah.
You can't prefer them that I've seen. I think that's the whole thing. If you prefer them, just add them as a friend or follow them.
Yeah.
But you can, not necessarily avoid them, but you can put like a strike, or try and strike, put a strike against them, file a complaint. But it's not file a complaint like it was before.
Oh, okay.
But you can say, if this player has been abusive, basically you've got a reputation score like before.
Yeah.
But
and if you're in good standing, it's at the top, and then you can go to lower and lower.
Okay.
And then from there you get matched with.
What I've seen of everyone is that at this,
they're all good.
Everyone is good, but not maxed out.
Yeah, I don't know if
I
don't think you can.
I just assume that maybe that's something that they're leaving for later.
Could be
until they get everything running
later
properly.
into its life cycle.
I think it's
because
still
they were really pushing how much that this was going to be a big deal.
Effectively you're going to get matched with like rated players.
So if you're rated bad, you'll get with bad players.
That was the thing with the 360. Obviously, when that first came out, they tried a bunch of different stuff. Achievements definitely took off. The rating system didn't take off in the slightest. Nobody cared.
Well, it's interesting with achievements that they're actually now starting to do something for the gamer score. The whole VIP.
Yeah, they've just finally brought in this. If you've got this many, you get this much. Percent of off your
it's
fee.
8 years a bit late, but
very See, I actually have my rating until they stopped bothering with it. My rating was actually quite low because when I first got the first thing that sold me the 360 was much like a lot of people was the Halo 3 multiplayer.
Yeah.
And that was because I was playing it with Im and Noah and a bunch of our friends, who at the time, naturally, as you would expect, everybody gave each other really shitty reviews and put lots of avoid this players and thumbs down and lots of kind of stuff like that.
Yeah.
So while it was still a thing, all of my ratings were shit because the only ratings I ever got was all of them, and they were all like, "Boo! This guy sucks! Don't play with him. He's a wanker." Great.
Yeah, but I feel everyone gets amazing. Rating because
everyone just has 5 stars now.
If you get ignored, then you get a plus rating, which doesn't make sense.
The good thing
that's what I think, that maybe if they have it as good, which they might, because they seem to not. There's no way to say this was a good person, so that might be your standard thing. You don't move from there.
There are apparently people sort of in the community. They've got the like on the forums or on the website, you have the community members that. They're not quite. What are they called? You know what I mean? Ambassadors. That's it. I think they also go into the ratings, so it's almost like a court. So you get these ratings, and then they're rated further from there. They can see all these different ratings, and then people. It's not just anyone that can click. I could be completely wrong, but what I understand is that when you get a rating, it goes further. And then the more that you get, it obviously
the higher, yeah.
And they look at the correlation. If they can tell if some of them are just because you've beaten them at a game or whatever. Because I was getting a lot of negative ratings from FIFA players because I would beat them.
Obviously hacking.
Yeah, exactly.
Obviously cheating.
Yeah, and there are ways to do that because I think they realise that people were sort of rating just for the hell of it.
Yeah, well, if they put proper work into how it works, I think it's good. But also, I think a good and bad rating isn't quite enough. Because there's a lot of different types of good and bad players.
Oh, it's just going with the Facebook dislike kind of.
Yeah, and I think you should be this person. If there was just this person's abusive, then you get all the abusive people together.
Yeah.
Because then they'll all be shouting at each other, and the people who don't want that
they can all fuck each other's mums in peace.
Yeah.
The nice people can play together in a decent game.
The thing that I think is good as well for the ratings is that there's no more recent players list.
Yeah.
There's no recent players list. So if you want to rate someone, you have to be in the game with them. You have to see them doing what you don't like and then rate them because of that. You can't go that guy.
But then that also means that people won't do it.
Yeah.
Who's going to take the time out of their game? you'd be like,
Pause
I would
mid-game.
want to do that after the game
Well,
finishes.
it's safe for playing something like a Battlefield or a Call of Duty.
Oh yeah,
It's
you're still
scoreboard
in the thing with them.
Yeah.
I've had that when playing online games, like playing Halo or something, and then halfway through the match, you'll get a message from somebody who you're playing with at the time, either asking to join your clan or something, or abusing you verbally with some voice messages. Best of all I got a message from a guy, just absolute like slew of profanities, ripping me apart, and for kicking him. And apparently, by the way he was talking, it sounded like he said it's the entire team for kicking him. I later worked out that he'd actually been on the opposing team.
Yeah.
Like, he'd not been on my team, he'd been on the other team, that they kicked him, so he just sent everybody in the game abuse.
Yeah.
For kicking him. He's like, man, fuck you guys, you're fucking doing, you're a bunch of fucking this, that, and the other. I was like, I wasn't even on your fucking team, man, dude, what the hell? He's like, oh. The thing
that I quite like is that obviously with the Xbox One, you've now got the Kinect, and most people have not figured out that you can actually turn off the Kinect to pick up your voice for game chat if you don't want it. So especially when it comes to FIFA, I've been playing a lot of FIFA lately.
I've got a story.
Okay, go for the story first, and then should I finish?
Finish.
Okay, because it's pretty short. But anyway,
I'll let you
the
finish.
amount of people that have FIFA rage, I'm sure you're familiar with it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm not, I get annoyed if I'm playing a game that I'm playing quite well and I lose, but I don't like smash a controller. But anyway, you'd be playing.
Ignore him.
You'd be playing, and people are like sitting in their bedroom, or the little kids sitting in their bedroom and stuff, and they're not always kids, and you'll score a goal and they will just freak out. And the fact that you can hear it, and they'll like hurl abuse at you and everything, give it everything. And then when I
got fired from my FIFA team.
What do you mean you got fired from your FIFA team?
I was playing FIFA with my Kinect on.
Apparently we're doing Call Story now.
Not online. This is a different story.
Okay.
I was playing career mode, and my Xbox heard me swearing.
Yeah.
And I was playing Brighton football team.
Yeah.
And they
Brighton and Hove Albion.
Brighton and or Hove Albion.
Yes.
One or the other.
Yes.
And they fired me. They after 3 games. They after the first game they emailed me saying, "Oh, can you please calm down your whatever." Not mentioning really swearing. They're just like, "Oh, you're being aggressive." The second game I kind of got the same roughly email. A third game, I got fired from the team for swearing, which I don't like. I'm not even shouting at the screen. It's just that I'm not very good at FIFA, so I kind of mutter like, "Oh fuck, I fucked that up."
I can teach you.
Like, what the fuck, man? Like, I don't really care that
50
much.
quid an hour.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
Pretty reasonable.
I think that is quite reasonable.
But yeah, I got fired. What the fuck? I got fired from a video game.
Yeah, they did that in NBA 2K.
It's bullshit.
Oh no, but this is the thing. So you get people sort of hurling abuse at you, saying, "Oh, you're so fucking shit" or whatever, and all that crap. Even if you're beating like 5-0, it's like, well, anyway. But so what I now do is I have my headset on and I'm quiet throughout the whole game until they start hurling abuse at me, acting tough, and I'll be like, "What was that?" Silence.
Yeah.
And then that's when I get the messages, because they, if you do Xbox record that, when your opponent has the ball, you can see their gamer tag above the name. So they do that and then send you a message and try and ban you that way, which is good. So FIFA Rage has now evolved. It was a long way round to get round to that point, but anyway, yeah.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, no, I was going to say, with people talking just for no reason kind of stuff, there's been quite a famous troll. I don't know, I guess neither of you have seen it if you're not mentioning it. Over the last few days, someone playing Call of Duty has renamed their account, or got a new account and named it Xbox Sign Out.
Yeah.
Like it.
So whenever someone goes to shout at this person, they go, "Oh, what are you doing, Xbox Sign Out?" And it goes to sign them out.
Yes.
And there's a video online which is just like listening to the people.
You should check it out if you haven't.
Doing
It's pretty
it.
good.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. It's just like people going, like, "Oh, Xbox Sign Out! Oh, what? No, don't say that! Don't say that!" Like,
Stop!
Like, because it takes you to a screen just before you sign out.
Yeah.
And it's, but like, who would even say that? Who's stupid enough
There's the thing to
to
actually
go
say
through
it.
that?
Yeah.
Like, but if I was going to refer to that person, I'll call them Sign Out.
That's my point.
Like,
you wouldn't say the full game attack, would you?
Whoever says a full game attack,
Yeah.
like if it's a long one, like I'm.
Damn it, small X, large X, small X,
Yeah.
fucking, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn it, 420 sniper killer 420 XXX.
The hell are you playing at? No, but see, that takes me back to the announcement of the Xbox One, where they said Xbox off or Xbox home so many times that people that were watching it on their Xbox with the Kinect plugged in.
No, that never affected me. But
I wish it had.
But if you've been watching Rooster Teeth, and it's happened a few times from other podcasts now, Gavin on Rooster Teeth, he did.
Gavin, I want one.
He said Xbox turn off, and then went yes. So he got it to come up to the screen, but he said yes like a second too early. Pardon me. Burping.
Come on, keep it together.
Yeah. So he said I was like playing my game and listening to that. And I was playing, and it goes, Xbox turn off, and it goes to the like yes or no screen. And he said yes, like just a second as it was still loading. So I was like, no. And I nearly lost everything because of that. And I've had many other things of listening to podcasts and people going, Xbox home. And
no
stuff like this. I'm sure I'm going to get fucked when I do editing later. Like I'm going to fuck myself over.
It's going to attention.
I just want to listen to this.
Yeah. Well, at all.
No.
Just in case my Xbox isn't even on.
Yeah. But imagine you could do that like on a Call of Duty game. The kind of people that have the sound, because sometimes, depending on what I'm playing, sometimes I like to have the sound like the talking come out of the TV instead.
Well, so you're just going to start shouting Xbox commands just in case.
In the middle of a Call of Duty game, I fucked your mum. Oh yeah, Xbox off.
Your Xbox is going to turn off.
I don't fucking care, as long as it screws with one other person.
And it's not Xbox off, it's Xbox turn off.
Well, you know what I mean.
I don't think it does work that well.
I wish it would.
For other people. Voice control works fine for mine, but
I've had it through podcasts and stuff, but I don't know if coming through the system.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's what they all get for fucking my mum.
They need to do, because you can do, you can get a program to basically inverse all the same noise. So basically, if I recorded a music track and me talking at the same time, if you got that same music track, you could put into the program. It basically will then delete all this. It will get the sound wave, and then it would delete all that. So you could just get me talking.
Well, why would you not just record you talking?
No, but I'm saying, what I'm saying is you can get you can get a program to do that. So yeah. I think the Xbox should be doing that constantly.
I think it's
so any sound
like
coming out of it
should
be deleted. So
going back to FIFA, I played someone not that long ago that was actually a couple of people. It was yesterday actually for one of them before. Anyway, it doesn't matter when, but they were having Skype conversations at the same time I was playing, but I could hear what they were saying.
Yeah, I've heard that kind of thing.
Yeah, but not who. I can't hear who they're talking to.
Yeah.
So I think it does work to some extent, and obviously they probably won't be able to hear what I'm saying.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean in the way that I've had a few days ago when I've been sorting my new room out, I've had my Kinect on top of the sound bar.
Yeah,
and when it was in a game, it couldn't hear what the fuck I was saying.
I've put mine on top of the TV.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, like the in-game sounds, it should be able to cancel that out.
Well, it does because when you calibrate it, or it's meant to some extent, when you calibrate it, that's why it blasts those noises so loud.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's just that it was just too close to the thing that.
I think that's what it was. It happened only with Battlefield, and it was like explosions and gunshots. But other games, it would be fine.
Yeah. I think actually mostly that I'm thinking of is during Battlefield as well. And I've got war tape sound on, which is just it's just noise constantly. War tapes just...
I keep meaning to do that.
Change it over to war tapes. That's the best sounding one.
Yeah.
But that's like every noise around you is like really loud.
Yeah.
So like explosions are really good.
I'll be doing that when
like birds and stuff tweeting like when you're around.
I'll be doing that when the new headsets come out. Or when the Turtle Beach adapter comes out.
New Turtle Beach, good, but they still haven't got the adapter yet.
I know.
So they can't actually read.
You got a PS4 one.
Yeah. Bastards, but...
They were a tenner.
Really?
Well, at least we sold them for a tenner. When I say we... I don't need to go into that. I don't know it anymore, actually. No,
you can't talk about it if you work there, but you can now if you want.
Game, PS4... Turtle Beach adapters, I think they were $9.99. Maybe they were $4.99. They could have been a $5. It's a good story.
Yeah. It could have been anything.
Could have been anything.
Okay, right. We're going to take a quick break now, and then we'll be back in a minute for a few other bits. And
Do we have new break music now? Then, if you
I think it's the same.
do we have a new jingle yet?
Edit.
We do. We got a new one. Okay, so you remember a while ago we had your brother on.
Nope.
Sadly,
Okay, not your brother.
Uh,
And no, you don't know because you don't listen to the podcast.
we had one of my.
I have.
Why is your stand shrunk?
What do you mean? Has it? I don't know.
Oh, bye, boy.
Sorry,
I have no idea
your
why.
microphone stand just.
we had one of
That must have been going over time. Was it? Just,
Yeah.
just gradually
so
going
if
down.
you watch it in fast motion, just go. That'd be awesome.
Because your mic's just like, stop talking about fucking wrestling.
Yeah,
That was quite a while we were talking about wrestling for.
yeah. We've already run over the average length of the podcast.
Haven't we?
Well, edit.
It's not fair. I have nobody to talk about this
Do,
stuff with Carl.
bonus,
We'll do this another time.
bonus reel.
I should have
Bonus round.
cut you off. Yeah, maybe. So yeah, when Kenny was on quite a while ago,
Yeah.
and he was quite a big fan of State of Decay,
Because he's gay.
and
yes.
so am I. And I
Which
thought
one
that
is
was
it?
one of the cats under my leg, but that's just you just
cable.
playing with the
Cats?
cable.
No, I'm doing like a, because I'm a drummer, I don't often get to hold microphones.
So you're trying to
I'm just trying to see.
you gotta wrap it around the thing, and then you can spin it, and
So
Does that work?
that's more or less.
Does that
what-
mean, I mean, it feels quite cool.
I just
I feel slightly cooler than I was before.
I've never been much of a rapper myself. Carry on.
Actually,
Yeah.
it feels pretty good.
one of my favourite games of last year,
Right.
and also one of the biggest surprises that I had of last year, was a game named State of Decay.
I did not play this.
Why did you not?
Because it's another fucking zombie game.
I just didn't play it.
Okay, that's fun enough. That's
Cool. That's fine enough, is it? That's
That's
good.
good
It's
reason.
absolutely fine enough.
Fine
Um,
enough. It's absolutely average.
No, that's an average reason not to play a game. But
Lovely.
it's a fantastic game. I fucking loved it. I loved this game. Everything about it was brilliant. Apart from the developers, Undead Labs, who, and I was about to say who made the game, but that's kind of clear by saying
The
developers.
Understand.
Yeah, they were quite talkative before, so I talked to them a few times before they actually released the game, and they were saying they wanted to do like a multiplayer mode for it and stuff, but they didn't know whether it would be worth it. So they wanted the game to be out for a while before they actually started working on one. And then it turned out that they couldn't make one for the game. Basically, whatever it just doesn't. The code just didn't allow
Wasn't
for it.
having it, yeah. But let me move away again.
Hello.
No, okay. I thought I might have kept you on mute.
Been mute me for the last. Oh Jesus, not again.
Yeah. So
How come we don't get earphones?
you could have these in if you
No,
want.
it's fine. You've worn them. Carry on. State of Decay.
We've got dirty car layers on them now.
State of Decay.
State of Decay.
State of Decay. This podcast is in a state of decay.
Isn't it? That should have been the segue.
That should have been.
State of Decay.
Basically, the company Undead Labs
I understand.
have signed a multi-title deal with Microsoft.
Uh-huh.
Microsoft were the sole publishers of the last game of State of Decay. And so now they signed a multi-title deal with them to keep creating more State of Decay games, which I'm very excited about because I really like the game.
Yes.
Also, what I was saying with the multiplayer lead is that hopefully that will be where they start off with the second game, is that they want to hit a multiplayer straight on in there. Since you never played it, do you know much about the State of Decay game?
Pretty much nothing.
It's survival zombies.
Okay.
So rather than where your most average zombie game is just like kill as many zombies as you can, Dead Rising, it's just kill fucking zombies, do the storyline.
Yeah.
Usually it's like do the storyline, find the cause of the zombie outbreak, stop it. This has nothing to do with the zombie outbreak, like the cause of it or anything. You're not a special person.
Right.
You're just a person who's in this zombie outbreak,
Okay.
which makes more sense to me. Like,
Okay.
and you turn up.
Yes.
You meet a bunch of people. It's already going on, and you basically just build a community within a zombie outbreak, and you can switch between every person that is part of your community.
Okay.
So you don't have one character. You keep switching between all of them, and you raise them, and they have all different stats. And you basically just have to build a community, survive as much as you can, and then you escape the city by the end of it. It's an awesome game. I loved every second of it. It's fantastic. And they're doing more. I'm really happy about it. The only problem that I find of it is that it's Microsoft who have signed a deal with them. So unfortunately, that means anyone who has a PlayStation, or only PlayStation, can't play it. It's quite a shame for them because it's just an awesome game. But I'm mainly just happy that the fact that there's confirmed more copies of the game. I'm happy for myself. I'm sad for people who only have PlayStation consoles. This is literally only the smallest bit of news about it. So we don't know if it's a 360 title that they have said they are working already. But we don't know whether it's a 360 or an Xbox One launch or both at the moment. Hopefully it'll be Xbox One only, because I have one, so I like everything to be Xbox One only, because that means they put the most effort into it.
I think it's a bit too early to start doing that. I know there's already done, Dead Rising 3 and stuff like that.
The game's only starting development now or a few months ago.
I see. I thought you. All right, sorry.
No, I don't mean it's not released anytime soon.
Yeah.
It's that they released the last game last year, and they probably only just They probably had some pre-production stuff, but I imagine they've only just started actual work on the game. They might have not even actually started actual work in the game yet.
I accept you.
But they said they are working on it, but it might still be in pre-production. But I imagine that because it's just a arcade game, or they don't have arcade on Xbox One anymore.
Oh.
It was just an arcade game.
Oh, I know. Actually, I know more of what you're talking about.
Okay. I like the fact that you didn't know anything when I described it.
It rings a bell now. But no, I didn't play it. Still didn't play it. But
a game that might ring your bells.
Ring my bells?
A bit more.
Mm-hmm. Is this a pun?
Well, I'm going to be ringing your bells after this podcast.
This is true.
My mouth.
I'll get my coat on.
I'm pretty sure, since you did work a game over the Christmas break, and since you're on a popular gaming podcast, I imagine you.
I am on a popular gaming podcast.
No, you're not. Don't lie.
Shut up.
This isn't popular. Titanfall.
Yes, Titanfall. Yeah.
You know about this game.
Attack on Titan. Got it.
Attack on Titanfall.
Conversation over.
Thanks for having me, guys.
He doesn't know the anime Attack on Titan. It's fine. The developer, Respawn. Yep. That developer that made the game.
Yep.
They're pretty open as well on Twitter. They will talk to you if you talk to them. Only if you have something interesting to say. Something that was quite interesting that was spoken to him a few days ago was how many people are going to be in matchmaking games.
Now, here's the thing. Go. I mean, finish. No, I'm just saying. I don't want to say the number. I feel that's up to you.
Thing?
I feel that's up to you to say that.
No, it's fine.
As the guest, you have priority of things saying.
Okay, well, it's going to be 6 on 6, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. I have no problem with this.
No.
At all.
No.
People are going crazy about it. It's like it's only 6 on 6. I have no problem with it. Why?
How many players is COD?
I think it's 8. Is it 6 or 8?
I think it's 6 or 8. Yeah. It's not.
Right.
It's either 6. Yeah, I was about to say it's either 6
I thought it was
or
10
8, which
10.
is just what we said. But yeah, 6 is exactly the same, or 8.
It doesn't matter.
But also the thing is, they're filling it out with AI, and from when I played it, the AI is quite fun to fight against. They're not as good as the actual gamers, obviously, the actual players, but.
It's people going crazy. That I know Battlefield has.
The thing is, a lot of the people that are going nuts haven't played the game.
Yeah.
And me being...
I mean, I haven't played it.
But me being fucking awesome who I am,
yes,
I have played it.
Okay.
I've experienced the game.
Eurogamer game.
I have, over there, if you look...
under the
subwoofer.
Vanilla Coke
under the subwoofer.
Yes.
Did you pick that up? No.
This is a pop filter type thing for a microphone.
Yeah, not that. Above that
is another one.
No. Higher, where you see the actual Darth Vader looking thing.
Your watch. I've got a jack adapter. I don't know.
This is like podcast.
Oh, you mean
myself.
You mean literally directly underneath the subwoofer?
Yeah. It's really not heavy.
No, I'm not saying it's heavy.
Okay.
I'm trying to break
Yeah,
it.
this is what I got first of all.
I mean, I could see it there. Yeah. Do you want to hold it closer? Because I mean, it's a small patch, really.
Do you want to? Oh,
That's
that didn't work.
Nope.
that's almost counterproductive.
Nope.
So yeah, basically that was to say that I played it at a demo, and funny enough, I was the first to fall, not death, but I was the first to get a Titan during that match because I'm the best. I'm really cool. But it was really fun to play. There was only 6 versus 6 then, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I have no problem with this.
And there's fucking loads of AI characters that put up enough of a challenge, but also a cannon fodder at the same time, and they're really fun. And the point is that you're gonna have there's a possibility at one time to have all 12 people that are playing this match to be in Titans at once.
Yeah.
And that's going to be fucking too much. It's nuts because it's not a game that's based solely around mechs.
No.
So you've got all this stuff that's built for humans. So if everyone is in a mech at one time, that's going to kind of be a bit of a.
It reminds me of Halo. In that Halo is also 6-on-6, isn't it?
4v4.
Is it 4v4?
Standard match is 4v4. They also do 5v5 as a
Well, the big
Frog Slayer,
and
then big team is 8v8.
But you still have vehicles and stuff. Like, to me, that's what I really like about multiplayer. It's more concentrated action.
But
I
that's
love
what I'm saying.
Battlefield 4. I love
like
64
Titanfall
players.
it's you've got the whole it's both because you've got the whole concentrated action between all the players, but then you've got the AI characters that are running around that are easy kills, but it's not like, oh, you're going to get fucked over. Your team's going to get fucked over because someone's killing all your AI. They're not that easy kills, but they are still.
I'm looking forward to it because I think it's going to feel like.
And they're also different. They are different characters. They've already stated that you have your normal soldiers and then your pilots.
Yeah.
And they've always said you're playing as a pilot. And that's because they're the people that get the Titans.
But the thing I like about it is that, to me, it's probably going to give me a similar sort of feeling of playing like Halo 3.
Yeah,
I can see that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
With the numbers, there you go. Yeah, because I mean, I loved Halo 4 as well, but to me, Halo 3 was the one.
Halo 3 is what won me. I never played the Xbox, and I wasn't fussed about the 360.
Yeah.
Then I played Halo 3.
Well, I played every Halo before then, and I still loved it, but still Halo 3 was
that's
that's
a pinnacle in gaming as a whole. It just
Halo 3. So we haven't done our thing of like game of the generation stuff. I'm not sure if we should do it this episode, but we've got so much to go through anyway. And then we've also all the stuff that I had in my mind of what we need to go through, and then we spent the entirety of it just talking about wrestling that has nothing to do with the last 2 months that we've had of podcasting.
You can edit it, it's fine.
But we can leave it to another time, or we can do it online. But I was planning on having a top multiplayer, like in my top multiplayer game of the entire generation. All right, Halo 3 wins that.
Yeah.
Yep. I think COD 4 is next. Not that I'm a big COD fan, but COD 4 was like just something different at the time.
Yeah. I was going to say Gears of War or Last of Us were quite similar. Last of Us is fresher in my mind.
Yeah, but I'm trying to think of how the game was compared to other games at its time.
Well, that's what I mean. It's the same style of multiplayer as like Gears of War, in my opinion. And that's what I really like. Last
of Us has an interesting concept, doesn't it, about having to get like resources and stuff like that for people. Yeah, and
it's tough to describe without seeing it, but as a game as well, Gears was another one.
I heard that Last of Us just has a good meta game underneath the actual game.
Yeah,
for
that
sure. That makes it interesting. Is having something else to fight for. Rather than just your Medal of Honor, the last Medal of Honor, even though it
Warfighter.
Warfighter was the last one.
Yeah, okay.
Warfighter was the most recent one.
Yeah, it bombed, but as far as I know, it had a meta game underneath it that when you set up for your game, you set a profile that was to a country.
Oh right, yeah.
And all the countries fought against each other, but you always played in the same country.
Yeah,
which would be a really interesting Battlefield took on something like that. Because then you
definitely.
have this
That'd be very
whole
good.
thing of like
More of a sort of like
there's
a war
something,
type.
to actually fight for as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You're fighting for your cultural pride kind of thing. Yeah, that'd be pretty sweet.
I mean, FIFA tried to implement that with the whole choosing your football club and like, supporting your club.
Yeah.
And the better you are, the more points you would earn for your club. But the trouble is, the more supporters it had, the teams that had the less supporters would have like a multiplier.
Yeah.
So like you could have like Manchester United in Division 3 or whatever, and it wouldn't quite work out.
That's true. Yeah.
But no, games like that, in the way of shooters, would work really well.
Yeah.
There's no point putting it in for the hell of it for other games.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, I'm sure a lot more people are going to want to be like USA or UK or something. But Jesus Christ, that was insanely loud.
It's supposed to be.
But I'm just saying, you kind of want the people to be average, so the teams are fighting.
I think
it kind of goes on the same thing as servers and realms on.
I was going to say,
on an MMO.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
So you're going to want to be on the team that has less because you're going to probably get the most matches and stuff like that.
I think there's definitely a way to look into it.
Because like if you're on a side that has insanely high numbers, you're going to be waiting longer for a match than say if a team has double the amount as the other team.
There's got to be ways to do it within that. There's got to be ways.
That's what I'm saying. You could just cap it. So like if one team starts to get too high, it caps, and then you have to start building up the other countries until they get to roughly the same. Or you could just leave it if you want, but like it'll be a bit lopsided. But then also you could just have it that the people who are on the higher teams, they're just not going to get a match for ages because they're having to wait for another.
Yeah, I'm
match
hoping
to
that we'll
free
see
up
more
on
of
the
that
other
now
side.
with the whole cloud integration, cloud servers and all that.
What would be fun though if they didn't cap it is that you end up with, say, like USA, fucking loads of people, end up with loads of points, and then not only do you have just like I'm picking from Battlefield, and then also the single player mode of Battlefield, what it is. But say you have USA that's really high, has the most people wanting to play it. You have Russia, people who plays the Russia country team. They're say like half the height or less, and then they join up. You join up the teams together. So you have Russia and China.
Couldn't you just do it so it would automatically place you rather than you choose?
I think it'd be better if you chose.
Why?
But I just think
I know if you get automatic placement,
personality,
you won't sort of like have that much of an allegiance. But if it at least then if it actually automatically places you in whatever side, you won't have the unbalance.
Yeah, but I think you could. There's enough countries on there that they could keep an even balance, because you'd have all the countries that you have the main countries that play games. So people will go with their own country, and then you have the other countries that don't play it anyway, that people can be like, if they want to be different, they can play that, and it will build up enough. Yeah. Yeah?
So I'm thinking too deep into this now, I'm sort of getting distracted. Yeah. But yeah. No, I think stuff like that is really good, because it like you say, there's more things to fight for.
Yeah, I think having stakes, a meta game within it is a really good idea. I really
definitely.
think they should do it.
Definitely.
Titanfall, there's only 2 different sides within it, but it'd be cool if you always just chose one of the sides, or if you got automatically assigned. The only problem with getting automatically assigned is that you might not get assigned with your friends.
That's true.
That is a good point. Yeah. Well, that's blowing that idea out of the water.
Yeah.
No, that is a very good point.
Okay. So,
left on a lull.
Right, Dom.
And what? No, I didn't.
I'll be back in a second.
Wasn't me.
Do you want to read this story?
Took are teaming up with... Okay. Apparently, 2K Gaming are teaming up with...
Done. You would put the mic more in front of your mouth. Nice one.
According to Carl's magic screen here, 2K are teaming up with Rock Studios, developers of Left 4 Dead and various Counter-Strike content, to bring a brand new IP to next generations. Name Evolve. Game Informer have the exclusive details with... Why is that? Okay.
Don't worry. He's double
Bad
placed.
grammar. Details within the next issue of the magazine. It's a sci-fi multiplayer shooter with teams of 4 alien hunters going up against a player-controlled monster, which grows and becomes stronger over the course of games played. I can't scroll down. Carl, I can't.
Fine.
Carl, I can't.
Is it wireless?
I don't know.
No, it's not wireless. I got it.
Carl, oh no, it's gone.
Sorry.
Where were we? Of course,
We'll edit this.
Wait. Hunters will have their own items and abilities, and the game is being built very much the same style as Left 4 Dead, with replayability of levels at the forefront of the title.
Oh shit!
And Christmas is ruined.
No, you're back. You're back.
It's all over. It's all good. We're back. More details will come in Game Hunt Informer's 12-page reveal, which looks at all of the equipment. Shut up, we're owning this. The hunters themselves.
But this is mainly just a meta game to myself.
And even the monsters players can use, as well as plenty of hands-on impressions.
I like the best thing is this is just a copy and paste from some other website that I couldn't be mostly I write out a script and then I don't follow it.
Yep.
And
seems to be the way we've done this every time.
Yeah, and this is I got really lazy earlier and I just copied and pasted an article just to give myself a reminder of what to say, and you literally just read that article.
Actually, I think we'll find we read it together.
I heard you. Well, you read it and
Jack helped.
Think of me as the hype man in a rap concert when you get the guy sort of that does the double ups of certain lyrics.
Sing words.
Yeah. I'm the hype man.
Fight! Street!
Yeah.
Guns!
Right.
Money! That guy.
Yeah.
Basically, Left 4 Dead developer Turtle Rock have made they're making a new multiplayer shooter called Evolve. That is, it kind of goes along the same lines that the Left 4 Dead games multiplayer modes go for. When you have,
why can't I just have Left 4 Dead 3? It's the only zombie game I like.
Valve said that Left 4 Dead, they had that thing, Left 4 Dead 3. But I was thinking maybe
Left 4 Dead 3 is going to be a joint game with Half-Life.
If Left 4 Dead 3 turns out to be a code name for Half-Life 3, I'm going to be fucking furious.
That's one thing that I was thinking. Maybe it's
Left for Half-Life.
Absolutely livid.
No, it's
Fuck
just
Half-Life.
they had it on the system as Left 4 Dead 3, but it's actually Half-Life 3.
The most controversial thing I can ever
thinking
say in a gaming podcast, fuck Half-Life 3, I don't care.
I really don't give a shit.
I do enjoy the Half-Life games, but I am not as obsessed as I should be.
I never got it. Counter-Strike I liked.
Yeah.
Counter-Strike was the first big thing I used to do.
I was never a PC guy, that's the thing, so I came into it late. So for me, when I played Half-Life, it was Half-Life 2, and the episodes because of the Orange Box.
Yeah.
That is the reason why I played it, which is probably why I'm not as obsessed as I should be.
No, we used to in town. We used to have an internet cafe down on the seafront.
Which town?
This town. The big H town.
Which town?
H town.
This is Hastings.
Hastings town.
Hastings town.
Hastings got a lot of bee stings.
That one.
Has the camera moved? No, I have.
We used to go down there. Me and a couple of friends. We used to go down there and have this internet cafe with maybe 24 computers set up.
Yeah.
And that whole thing was an incredible experience. I mean, it was a first for me to go down there with a couple of friends, and it was always packed. I don't know why it went out of business. It was always packed.
Going on a couple of friends.
What? No, just being
down on a couple of friends.
Going down with a couple of friends is always an experience.
Good.
Carl has great experience in this area, but
I heard a story.
Did you?
About a guy who has 2 penises.
It's bollocks.
No, I've also heard something about.
No, he was on Reddit the other day. He did an AMA. And
he's been on TV.
He had all the pictures to prove it. No, he must be a different guy because he doesn't want his face to be seen. But he had he was holding up signs.
The guy was on TV a few years back. I mean, he's already screwed that one up, isn't he?
This is just now. But he had signs saying hi Redditors and stuff, and had pictures of his double penises, trying to prove that it was him actually talking and stuff. But yeah, he's fucking nuts. And he said, and someone asked the best orgasm you ever had. He was in the 7 way. And basically, he's bisexual.
Fucking show off.
And he had 2 guys in his bum.
Flexible.
Both his willies were in both their girlfriends, the guys' girlfriends that were in his bum.
Right. So that's 5. No, 5.
5. Yeah, and then he had a woman above his head.
Oh, she's not there. How does she? Did she fly?
Yeah, just fly. Yeah. She has the power of flight, levitation, Holmes.
Right. So that's 6.
Yeah, she, and then there was a guy who was doing her, and then going between her and his mouth, and why he was licking her out. So 7.
Right.
That doesn't seem physically possible.
Yeah, sure it is.
Well,
The girls are sideways.
Where did you find this?
The internet.
I heard about it because I heard about it through one of Kevin Smith's podcasts. Because the guy was asked which celebrities would you like to have sex with, and he said James Franco,
Right.
and he had a little story about how he'd seduced James Franco, and then
How he would or how he had?
would,
Would, right.
and then his second was Jay from Jay and Silent Bob,
Obviously.
Jason Mewes,
Yeah.
and he just said that he really likes Jason Mewes basically.
Hmm.
That's it, and it was a podcast with Jason Mewes on, so it's Kevin Smith just trying to convince him to have sex with this guy. And he was like, look, if it was me, I would be doing it. For the story, man, for the story.
That is a hell of a story.
Yeah.
I'm so just... It's one of those things that you can't even picture,
You need to see it to be able to understand it.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't. I'm trying to...
It's all on the internet.
For all to...
You actually
Hate
get
their
up.
new logo, what the fuck?
No, that's just for
That's
the
the
network.
network. It's
okay.
it's going to be a big...
That's a
fucking
great
deal.
idea. It's back to wrestling again, aren't
It's a big deal.
Okay, so
we? No, it is a good yeah.
we have,
We'll talk about it
we
later.
can ignore that.
What is this?
That is a new game called Get Even,
Okay.
which has just got announced a few days ago. It looks quite interesting, but we have no information about it at the moment. It's basically a game. I was going to play you the trailer before we
Sort of speaking about it?
started talking
You can
about
show
it.
us afterwards if we're not going to...
No,
we
we'll
don't need to-
watch it now.
We put copyright.
Actually, yeah, that's a good point.
I'll play it back.
Let's just talk. Quite loud
we
over
have to
it.
cut it out or something.
I'll put the video in. I just play the video backwards.
Oh, what, flip it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Flip it left to right.
Yeah, but if you say that you're doing that, then they'll...
I'm sure YouTube people don't watch everyone. Look how fucking realistic all this looks. That's because it is real.
I was going to say that looks real because...
It is real. I was studying this video earlier. And then that phone isn't real.
No.
And then this
So now
is-
we're in Tron.
Fucking
Oh,
loud.
no.
Yeah, so now it's come CGI.
So it's Tronelfield or Tron and
Yeah, it's
Battlefield.
kind of like Tronelfield, yeah. Battletron.
Battle, that's better. Battletron.
Battletron,
actually.
that works.
That works better. It sounds like a Transformers thing, doesn't it?
It does indeed.
Yeah. Really annoys me that they have spray paint 2013
Yeah, I was going to say.
when the game comes out 2015.
Yeah, well. People don't notice that kind of thing.
I mean, that's not so bad because graffiti can be...
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I'm sure it's just meant to be graffiti. It's not like a hint to when the game's coming out, because it's not like the game's coming out in the past.
No. She needs new tights.
She has a...
Half-Life logo.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
That's the...
Your mum.
Oh! But also the chicken Borderlands.
Oh!
Yeah.
Does look like her.
Yeah. Loud. Yeah, it's quite loud. So the game's called Get Even?
Get Even, and then the tagline is what is real. And basically, there's not much more information than that. They've like kind of announced it, and then everyone's like, oh, like looking at the video, like, oh, because it's CG, it's a mix of CGI and real life stuff. And then what is more interesting is they've released this one image, which I'll try and get a bit
Reminds me of-
closer for you.
Reminds me of Spec Ops The Line.
Spec Ops The Line.
That was an amazing
That was
game.
one
I
of my
love
favourite
that game.
Right, look at this
I
image.
never played it, but I
right?
saw the Bro Team videos and that sort of gave me enough of an idea.
Oh, it was a standout
What are you
game.
doing?
Brilliant.
What are you,
See, that
why
looked
are you
like-
zooming in and not zooming into the
Because it
picture?
hates you.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Fuck you and the cunt. Right. Can you see this anyway? If you've got better eyesight.
That looks
than
like
me?
Commander Shepard's shooting someone from Rage in the head.
Okay, yeah, you see that, and now look at the thermal.
Oh,
Ah.
It's a different picture in the thermal. He's reaching for his gun there, and he's got his gun facing him, and here his arm's up, and then he's got a gun pointing to him.
No, but the gun is on the end of the camera.
Yeah, and that's also bent. So there's something with this gun.
One of them bendy corner gun things.
Yeah. But yeah, there's something, there's difference going on here. So that's something obviously to do with what is real.
Weird.
And so there's something weird going on in this game, like with time.
Is this image going to be shown on the podcast?
Yeah, I'll try and do it.
Okay, I was going to say otherwise.
Yeah,
Pop up over our faces.
I'll try and put it over us, otherwise I'll just link it if I'm lazy. You can tell whether I'm lazy or not, whether I put it in the podcast or if I just link it.
Looking to make sure it's still recording.
But yeah, that seems really interesting. Like, you really liked that time game, didn't you? That time shooter that no one cared about.
Time Shift, that was alright.
Yeah.
I played last year. I basically went down to Game on a sort of regular basis when they had one of their big sales on, and bought a ton of cheaper nasties that were obviously games that like no one played at the time, let
Just
alone
trying to clear out and
yeah. Just because they were games that were like £2. Fuck it.
Yeah.
And I bought a bunch of cheaper nasties. Like that. There was Time Shift. There was Body Count. All these kind of games.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. All these games that nobody played at any point in there.
He has a good article about Body Count on the website. You should read.
Okay.
I did this like one of the last.
Him just being like, "What the fuck was this?"
Yeah.
Nice.
It was alright. Like, I mean, I finished it. That's one of the only things I can say about it. There's several games that I did. I didn't write up about all of them, but there was a lot of these cheaper nasties I bought. Where it's like, well, I finished it. At
least you played it.
I played it start to finish.
That's the thing.
I'll give it that.
When it comes to sort of terrible games, when it comes to a couple of quid, there's nothing to say not to play it.
Yeah, it's like,
because you might find a hidden gem in there.
Yeah, exactly. And even not like him playing Body Count. That was just an experience. And
what?
Body Count.
Body Count.
That's not what you said.
No, I said no.
Him playing Body Count.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, it's fine.
I'll listen back to that.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Him playing Body Count, it was an experience that he experienced.
Yeah, there's been plenty of those games where it's like, I mean, that's why I'm not rushing.
And
to
I
buy
got a good article out of him.
And
for
you did.
It.
That's one of the reasons I'm not rushing to buy an Xbox One is because
you're English. You're not Russian.
Shut up. I've probably only touched on like
Kids.
10. I've only touched kids.
Yeah.
And I've probably only touched on like 10% of the 360's back catalogue.
Yeah.
Still so many games I haven't played. I don't have 430 quid to drop on a new console. I've still got so much else to get to.
I like the fact that you said I touched kids since I cut the Ian Watkins story today.
Ah,
why'd you cut it?
We have a relationship with
Ian Watkins. When we were kids, right? What happened?
It's paedophile shaming, and Ian Watkins was on a previous not him himself.
No.
I wish, but we talked about him like in one of the early episodes. Yeah, what a fucking scoop would that be?
That's true.
Yeah,
now I get his views.
And
Kitty Fiddler,
you're saying as if I'm like a regular. I've been on everyone.
And yeah, so I was gonna, and then obviously he's had all the court case and stuff, and I've heard that he's mega lols now. So we were going to include him, but I thought I'd cut it down for time, and we can talk about him another time.
Yeah.
So, best-selling consoles this year. I thought I'd chuck this in as the last story that we're going to talk about.
Woo!
I like the fact that that's the opposite.
Yeah.
Best-selling console in total this year was the 3DS, surprisingly.
This year?
Last year.
Well, when... So what are the best-selling console in the year
of 2013?
But is it sort of like a financial year where it's sort of just part of it, or is that the whole year? Because how many units
they're doing?
You made me do more research.
Because
bastard.
Well, no. The only reason why I'm saying that is because this is how PR can work.
That's true.
They'll say it's like they do it a lot of the time in the States for games that have just been released. And they count the copies that have been shipped and not sold.
No. Yeah, that's sold in and sold to.
Yeah,
I believe these are all under the same statistics. Whether they're sold in or sold to, they're all these ones are under the same statistics. Though I know of, I believe.
I called out that the other week. One of the last podcasts we did. I called that out about Call of Duty.
Yeah.
So obviously, the world record for the fastest selling game was Call of Duty Black Ops,
And that was
which made was it $1 million or $1 billion in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
and
then
sold
GTA
came out and
did it in
completely trumped that.
GTA did it in 3 days.
Yeah.
Call of Duty later came out when Ghosts came out and said, "Oh, we sold $1 billion of it in a day," but it was they then later realized that what they did was they sold 1 billion copies to retailers.
so that was sold
to then
in.
sellers. They're like,
Exactly.
no, we break the record. Like, no, you fucking didn't, you liars.
Yeah.
They're like,
Yeah,
it's our record.
That was what PS3 did for the entirety of its lifetime, because it wasn't doing as well as the Xbox. They did sold in figures,
Yeah,
and they still didn't match what the 360 was doing sell through figures.
Yeah.
bullshit.
But what's going on is this is what I've had off a number of different places. I've also had different reports, but all mostly matching the same. Is that 3DS was the biggest selling device?
How many units was that? I know we'll probably get to that. Maybe I'm jumping the gun.
I wasn't even going to bother mentioning that.
No, it would be nice to.
Yeah, it would be nice,
see.
wouldn't it?
Maybe it's not on
It would have been nice.
Really, 3DS sold more than 4 million?
Yeah, I got lazy at this point.
No, it's not even in there.
And I didn't
It's
bother.
not even in there. It's
yeah.
fine. It's fine.
They did sell.
But yeah, the 3DS
More than
sold the
4 million?
most. Yeah. But you think about it, they had the entire year.
No, but still.
And then there was what I've seen differences though today of this second best, the best home selling console, which everyone's talking about, was either the 360 or the PS4.
Right.
So I'm surprised the 360 is even still in the runnings for second or third. But as it seems, this seems the latest update one, and it seems that PS4 has won it, but that might be sold in figures.
Well, here's the thing as well with that I think, and I'm not a fanboy of either one, so I'm not biased.
Oh
in
no,
any way.
no, we will try
Yeah.
to state that we're not.
I think the PS4 is definitely going to start ahead of the Xbox One, and I think the Xbox One will take over.
Yeah, that's what I've said numerous times. I really like the PS4. I don't have one. I'm planning on getting
Yeah.
one.
Same with me. I will get one.
Yeah, I
Looks
like
Kit Kat.
Yeah, I like this the Kit Kat design. No, I hate the Kit Kat design. But yeah, no, I personally want to get one of the machines. I would love to get one before Infamous came out.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. But like I don't have anything more. But it's just I chose to get the Xbox One. One of the reasons was Titanfall. The others is because I'm just I've been with Xbox.
With me, it was I was more of an Xbox guy than a PS3 guy.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean I was
always PlayStation before that.
I'm very much a multiplayer guy. So if I've got a lot of friends that are on there, I will pick the system.
Yeah, you'll
go
with.
Yeah, the same.
So that's why I did that. I also prefer the controller for the Xbox, but the PS4 controller is great.
Yeah, a PS3 controller was horrible. PS4 controller really nice.
Yeah, it's very good.
Really, really
It's
nice.
very good.
I played it, and actually, when I first played it, and the other game that I want to get PS4 for, Dom knows, is Octodad.
I know a little about this.
That is one of my favourite
It does
games
look
I've
quite-
ever seen in my life.
It does look quite
I ever played.
interesting.
I played it at Eurogame, and
It was hilarious.
amazing. I fucking loved that game.
It's genius.
I got the original for PC, and it's just touches nowhere near to what I played at on the PS4. So yeah, and I heard it's either not coming out for Xbox or it's going to be way delayed. I don't know.
Why do you feel the same as me in that you think the PS4 is going to be sort of the winner for now, and then it will get overtaken? What are your reasons for this?
My reason,
I just find it quite interesting for what other people think.
Yeah, mostly I just feel that there's obviously a lot of bad hype still around the Xbox, but so that's kind of taken a hit for the start until people start to realise.
Yeah, they started out with some pretty shit
case.
publicity from the big reveal.
Big time.
Yeah.
I think the 360 won a lot of people over from not even knowing that Xbox existed with the PS2, Xbox, and GameCube. After the 360 won a lot of people over. So a lot of people are going, I'm going to go for PlayStation now, or if they don't, by the time people are starting to upgrade, it's going to start to take a shift, but it's still not going to be good enough. It's still not going to win over. By the time most people are taking shift, I still don't think that it'll be a large enough shift for the Xbox One to be winning it out. But I just think that the Xbox have a they're just thinking more. Microsoft's just thinking more about the console.
I think they've got more of a.
Sorry, carry on.
I think they've got more of
I just think they have more of a game plan.
yeah, more of a future plan. Yeah. But,
Yeah,
I mean, both of them have the cloud integration and stuff.
Yeah,
but I think if you look at the progression of, say, the interface with the PS3, which didn't change.
Yeah.
But they had so many different versions of the Xbox One.
Yeah.
Just going to make.
That's what the Xbox. You see throughout the lifespan of the 360, it started off better than the PS4, and they weren't like, oh, we're happy with that. They just continued and continued, and while the Xbox, the PlayStation 3 just stayed throughout it was majority of lives. They had small updates and stuff, but there wasn't anything that really.
It wasn't like a major overhaul or anything. Yeah.
And I think that's what Microsoft are like. They're just going to keep overhauling the system, and they're going to keep refining it and changing it. And and that's why I think people are eventually going to come around. Microsoft announced that they are releasing that they have they're releasing, but they are working on the next console, or they have plans for the next console.
That could be a handheld. I'm talking sort of like console to plug into TVs.
Wait, you're disagreeing the fact that I think that there might be another DS.
No, I know. But
No, I believe there's still going to be more home consoles, at least one more generation.
I hope so. Because it'd be sad to not have them anymore. It's just a thing that,
No, I just think it'll be PCs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I believe there'll be other things.
thing,
There'll be other things, even if it's not a full home console.
Maybe,
I believe there'll be.
I'm saying,
There's going to be one more generation of home consoles.
I think it'll be sort of like Xbox is obviously a brand.
Yeah.
I don't ever think PC at this stage is not going to win out over consoles, and they're not going to bow down to
I
that.
think there'll be Xbox branded PCs.
But there will be there might be something along those lines. But I think there's at least one more generation in both of them. And then there's going to be some other kind. Then I think that it's not going to be PCs. There's going to be something we can't even predict.
Yeah,
like some kind of a mobile device that is like the PS Vita. PS Vita TV.
Oh yeah.
I think it'd be something more along the lines of that, or a Gaikai unit.
Yeah.
There's some new news out of PlayStation that they're finally announcing the fact that when they brought out Gaikai, they've got PlayStation Now.
Yeah.
Which announced, which is going to be the full streaming stuff, and they're expecting that to be their big thing now.
Well, that's the thing with like both the Xbox One and the PS4. They're not just games consoles; they're entertainment HUDs. Basically, they're not. Or the new games console, the Xbox One. It's the new entertainment system. It's got everything in it.
I think it. I think they've done exactly what they wanted to, and it is an entertainment system. You plug your TV into it. I've got my Skybox plugged into mine.
Yeah. I mean, you don't even need a Skybox. You can watch your Sky on.
Well, there's no Sky app yet, but there will be.
Exactly, because you get it on the 360, but.
Yeah. But it's just.
You got your Netflix, your Love Film, your.
It's just convenience. Because
BBC
I've
Player.
got mine hooked up to my surround sound system and my TV. When I say Xbox, I want to pound on my whole system.
Yeah.
I don't need a remote for each individual thing anymore.
It always jumps to life.
So for that, they've completely done exactly that. They've made it an entertainment console, which is fine.
That's all they wanted. I mean, that we made the joke on the podcast at the time that our favourite quote from the unveiling of the Xbox One was TV.
Yeah.
Because they said TV more than anything else. It's like didn't this used to be a game console?
Yeah.
I
agreed with that. I didn't think that the whole PR side of that was done particularly
kind of a train wreck, but
yeah. But it's great. I have no issue with it at all. Obviously, I'm a gamer, but you can still. It is a games console.
Yeah.
It's just it has these extra additions that will be
make it all. Well, I mean, obviously, with the Xbox being made by Microsoft, the Xbox was always essentially, at least on the inside, was always very PC-ish anyway.
You see, the thing is as well with the whole PR thing with the Xbox before as well. I don't understand the whole problem that people had with it. Because when I'm playing Xbox, if as long as my internet isn't down, I'm always signed in.
Oh, I know. That was one of the things. Well, something I saw.
And with the whole trading, with the whole license with used games and stuff.
Yeah.
That would have been fine because it would make people go to digital, which. Retail would adapt to that as well, which is what we're seeing. And also, it would have allowed for what Steam has tried to do as far as I'm aware, I'm not a big Steam guy, and that's digital trading.
Yeah.
Can I say, I was always a big advocate. I really liked what Microsoft was planning to do with the Xbox before the big changeover.
Yeah.
I have just spent a month without the internet owning an Xbox One.
Yeah.
And I could not do fucking shit.
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
all my stuff, I couldn't even play video on it. Everything didn't work. Like, the only...
But that's going to be the case with most things now, because most things are streaming.
yeah.
Unless
Like,
you've got a physical Skybox or Freeview.
I think... I'm perfect. Yeah, no, I'm saying I'm perfectly happy with it.
Yeah.
But I just think that there needs to be a bit more accessibility offline. But like,
everything.
I
agree.
But I'm fine with like the thing like, with the playing without the disc in. I really want that.
Yeah.
Like, and I just don't see why they can't be like you can only play with without the disc in your hard drive if you're online. And if you want to play without if you want to play the game offline, you have to have the disc on you. Because then there's the whole licensing thing, and that will tick it over. It's not a perfect system, but it's better than.
If you were online and you don't have a disc, how are you going to prove that you haven't given the disc to someone else?
Because there's going to be the whole system that they were going to have anyway. So the first time you put the disc in, so you have to be online.
Take that. Yeah. No, I thought it was. I thought it was fine. I thought it was a fine idea, and I think digital is the way it's going to be. For one, it would save manufacturing costs.
The thing, I'm not a big digital advocate either, though.
Well, neither am I until
I just like I like having even if they were
having my shelf of games.
Yeah, even if they were like
I do as well. I love the whole collection side of it. But
if they were like, here's the case and a downloadable code, I wouldn't even mind that as much. If I had the case, I just like having the case.
Yeah. No,
I like the whole thing of taking the case and looking for your games and like switching over your games and stuff like that. But I also hate that.
This is the thing. I
just want to be like, go to whatever game I want you to play. Go to whatever game I want you to play.
Exactly. Since I've had the Xbox One and I've had FIFA as the download.
Yeah, you start to realise how...
Because I'll be playing Battlefield 4 and I'll go, okay, Xbox go to FIFA 14.
Yeah.
And it's immediate.
It's just there, yeah.
And it would be the case with every game.
Yeah. Sometimes I've had the Xbox fuck up, like during a game, and you can't exit out the game anymore unless you load up another game.
For FIFA?
No, for any game. Like, I mean, you can exit out of the match, but you can't exit out of, say, the menu screen of the game.
How do you mean?
Like, say I'm playing Battlefield.
Yeah.
And I've had some reason that I've needed to restart the entire game, and I can quit the match I'm playing, but it will just go to the menu screen. If I load it back to dashboard, it will keep the menu screen there. So
you just quit the game.
How?
You push the home button.
Yeah.
Push the menu, which is what start was, on the screen, and go quit.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's
there you go.
Okay, what I think. What I've been doing all this time is, if I needed to do it, I go.
Another app.
Yeah, I go. Every single time it's if there's something fucked up and I want to reload it, just see if I can get it working again. Go to Killer Instinct.
But that's fine.
Killer Instinct is my default game. That is like
exactly. Yeah, I discovered by accident because I was just hitting buttons.
Yeah.
And I saw, oh shit, there's a quit option.
Oh yeah, that's really good.
But no, they didn't tell you that.
Yeah.
Like I said, I found it accidentally.
Yeah.
And since then I was like, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And before really I did the same thing. If I was, say with Battlefield, because I had the FIFA card, I go Xbox, go to FIFA 14 and whatever.
Yeah.
It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got FIFA on it. It's just some reason Killer Instinct was my default. Yeah. Every time it's like I need to load something else up. It's like it's Killer Instinct. Like,
yeah. No. You just push the home button.
Yeah.
Then start. What start was, and then go to
menu. Menu and view. Yeah.
I have found no use for the.
They do nothing different than start and select. Start and back.
No, but even then, it's like even in Battlefield, it's only to get a battle log. In any other game, I've not found any use for it yet. At all. Yeah. There's nothing at all.
Yeah, and it actually annoys me because in Battlefield 3, Battlefield Bad Company, back was used for spotting people. Yeah. And the first time I was playing it, and I went to spot someone, and it opened up the battle log, and I was like, "Fuck! No, I'm dead."
Like those,
yeah, it's once you get used to it, it's like because I spot people.
It's easier.
I guess it might be getting more people to spot. but I used to. That was like my main thing. I didn't even play Recon, which makes more sense if I'm a person who spots a lot of people. But I spot every single fucking time. Anytime I see so many people still don't spot people. No. But like anytime I'm in any interaction, and I lose a lot of kills because I spot my instant reaction when I see someone isn't to shoot, it's to spot.
Well, if you're at a distance, it is. But then also now, if you shoot them, it comes up to the spot anyway.
Not all probably the time, losing kills because of that.
If I see them sort of in a distance and they haven't seen me yet, if I'm not in immediate danger, I'll spot.
It really pisses me off though when you can clearly see someone and you spot and it doesn't. It thinks you can't see. Yeah, like it's like, no, I can see that person right there. Like, they're really far away, but I can see them.
I know they're there.
Anyway, we've been going for a really fucking long time. Yeah. We really have. It's
it's the first podcast of the new year, so
yeah, we didn't even mention that it's an entire new year. It's an entire new year, entirely new podcast.
Wrestling, that's about it.
Yeah, wrestling and Xbox One.
I think that should be. Maybe you could do the wrestling as just a separate, like a bonus.
Yeah, well, no.
Bonus feature.
I would, but I'm not going to.
Cool.
But that is something that maybe we could plan on doing in the future anyway. I know, Giant Bomb, they do once a month a wrestling podcast. Power Bombcast, which is a really good name. Yeah, really, really good. I love that. But, we could maybe do something like, if, say, I start watching,
Which you will.
Pay-per-views. I can't remember what it was even called then. PvPs. Then maybe we could do something like once a month or something as well. Anyway, we actually talk about stuff, and we can get other people, because I know loads of people who watch wrestling anyway. And maybe I don't even have to do it. I could just get you to
Max and Joe still watch
without me. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So I could even just get you guys to record without me on it for once. There will be a podcast. I'm trying to get more podcasts on my network anyway.
Oh, it's your network?
I have a network.
Yeah,
it's a network now.
It's not social network.
It's not just Robot Punch is a podcast on the network. It's not the network.
Incidentally, Rory wants to talk to you about something, but
okay,
discuss that later.
So we have been the Robot Punch podcast, Robot Punch gaming podcast, RPG podcast, however you like to call us. You like what I did? Robot Punch gaming, RPG. Very clever, you see. Yes, to do with gaming.
Yeah. He's a clever monkey like that.
I am. So I am Carl Lipscomb. You can follow me on Twitter. That is at @carlis/ no, sorry. I'm terrible at always doing my Twitter name.
Why have you picked a Twitter name that you can't relay back to people?
It's easier than my old one. Carl is _awesome.
Was Carl is awesome taken?
Yeah.
Right.
And I checked today to just double check that it's still taken.
Yeah.
It's nearly been 4 years since it was last used, and Twitter won't give counts up.
No, they won't.
4 years. Come on, guys. They've got to start giving them up after 4 years.
Yeah.
You think maybe 2 years of inactivity.
And it wasn't even like it was used. It was used once in 2009, in June, and then once in March 2010.
Well, what were the two tweets? Hey, I've just joined Twitter, and then I really should start using this Twitter thing.
No, there was one which was for something else that I wanted the name of. It might have been Robot Punch. One was Twitter is boring, and then Twitter is really gay, or Twitter is really gay boring, or something like that, I think.
Yep. I've seen plenty of... So I have several people on Google Plus, because I'm one of the 3 people that use it, and the other 2 are Google employees.
I like you keep saying this. I now use Google Plus.
I'm one of the 4 people that use Google Plus.
I hate it. I think it's...
Everybody hates it.
I hate it.
Why?
I even dislike the fact that YouTube made me create...
That made me...
This is the thing. I think then they're going to start to change over the next year or two. Because they're also... Google are now doing desktop apps, kind of.
Yeah.
And I think that Google's going to be more of an infrastructure for a network.
They've been a lot growing in the last couple of years.
Rather than
I mean that's fine, but you don't okay.
But yeah, but you're going to have to have you're going to Google account is a Google Plus account is your Google account.
Yeah.
And they're going to build it up for that, but it's not. I think that they're going to take. It's going to be a less of a side of social media in the future. I think that they're going to decrease the social media side.
Yeah.
Because they're going to realise that's too much of a money
It's going to be more of an internet hub thing.
But it's going to be more of this is a hub, and all your accounts come from here. You can have as much information as you like, but we're not billing this as a social media thing.
Yeah.
It's more of just a hub for all your accounts, and then any account from all this different stuff, they talk to one account, and people can talk to your one account. So you only have to one account for all different things. I know Facebook does that anyway, but I think because Google have a much bigger grasp on stuff like that anyway, I think they're going to start building it.
We use the Google Hangouts chat.
Yeah,
we use that for talking to each other.
I know quite a few like podcasts and audio video podcasts are using Google Hangouts more.
Yeah,
they really like Google Hangouts apparently.
But yeah, no, that my initial point for Google Plus was that I have my friends list, my friends list are people I actually know. 90% of them say, "So what's Google Plus all about?" And that's all they've ever put on the page.
Yeah,
it's literally it. They're like, "Oh, what's this Google Plus thing?" Like 4 years ago. But yeah.
Right. So yeah, I am. Carl is _awesome. That is awesome. Capital for Already Awesome because I'm already awesome.
Nice.
Good.
Yeah.
So thanks for having me, guys.
Who's he?
Disenjoyed Dom Giles.
What?
Disenjoyed. I'm sure.
Oh, you're gonna do me first. Okay. I've been Dom Giles. Follow me at Only Dom Giles.
Disenjoyed.
He likes he has make up a weird word that has my first letter in it.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, that's what
I've been things like disastrous and diabolical and other
despicable.
Despicable. I've been despicable. Yeah.
Yeah. I do that with everyone, but because I wanted to lead with the fact that he's a prodigy drummer this week, rather than giving him a.
I don't
name.
drum for the prodigy.
No, that is a point. Yeah,
that is a point. I don't drum.
No, I meant because you are
a drummer,
and you've done it for all your whole life, and you've come from a drumming family.
I have.
Is that what I meant by? That's what I meant by prodigy drummer.
I understand.
Not that you drum for the prodigy.
I don't drum for the prodigy. I mean, that would be a good gig.
If they're free, if they've got, if they're interested.
Yeah. I don't think they have a drummer, but sure. Do they?
Yeah.
I have seen them live, but I don't remember anything.
You were probably off your tits.
I definitely was. It was them and Dizzy Rascal, and I barely even remember what Dizzy Rascal did, let alone them.
That's basically his career.
Yeah. I remember that one Dizzy Rascal song that was really popular. And that was the song that was on that time.
The song that was on that time. That's good.
That one.
No, that one really popular Dizzy Rascal song.
Fix up, look sharp.
Yeah, that one. And and I meant that was the big popular song at the time.
Oh.
And and I remember that song, and that was it. Anyway, so how can we follow you in your many endeavours?
Yes, many endeavours. I'm going to look at the camera for this. Shall I? Is that
yeah.
really?
Oh, of course.
No, do it.
What should I start with?
Whatever you want.
Actually, they're all pretty much the same. Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube is, well, not at, but, I am Jack Slade. That's it.
Not Sparrow.
No, I'm not Jack Sparrow, actually.
He's a different kind of pirate.
It is a different kind of pirate. I don't drum for the Prodigy.
No,
I do drum for Orestia and Protofield, / Jace Lewis. This is sounding confusing, but we're going through a rebrand.
Hi, Mark.
You'll see.
And now the Robot Punch band we've just started.
And that.
As of right now.
And that.
No.
And also some other things. Which, I mean, yeah. I dabble.
They'll find all your other bits and pieces from the main ones,
Yeah, just I am Jack Slade. That's it. Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. That's it. I am Jack Slade. Because I am Jack Slade.
All my stuff's getting slowly transformed from, it was SH number 7.
Yeah.
It's quite impersonal though. It's just like letters and words and numbers.
Yeah.
So everything's getting changed over to Carl is Awesome.
The reason I did that is because of the whole YouTube thing as well. Because I do drum videos.
Yeah. And
starting to do gaming videos.
Yeah.
I wanted to keep it in one hub rather than have 2 separate accounts.
Yeah.
So it's the same reason you're doing it.
I have the YouTube now of Carl is Awesome.
Yeah.
And eventually I'm trying to take
Yeah.
everything into it.
It makes sense to put it under one
Yeah.
thing.
I did the same with mine. Mine used to be under my. I used to have like loads of different names for different bits and pieces. And
You really
then
need to change your game tag.
well, I probably won't either. I
It
probably won't.
really annoys me.
I come up with the only Dom Giles thing. I can't even remember how. And it's not meant to be like I'm the only Dom Giles. It's meant to be like, oh, it's only Dom Giles. Was my idea behind it.
Yeah.
The correct inflection of it is, oh, it's only Dom Giles.
It's very hard to relay that in just text form.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
I
it's
think
just
it's good
just
either
only
way.
Dom
It's
Giles.
good because mine's really fucking cocky.
What colour is awesome?
Yeah, Carl's awesome.
I am Jack Slade.
He is. This is just
And
a
that's
statement,
just
a flat
informative,
fact.
yeah.
It is fact. It's fact. I am Jack Slade.
And we have been the Robot Punch Podcast. So thank you for listening. And good night.